Thank you. Greetings, everyone, for joining me. This is going to be a brief one. I just thought I should touch on some of the areas that were not covered in the topic of Trump threatening Nigeria. I'm a bit surprised about some of the stuff I saw today. I've never seen some Nigerians so happy. And it's very interesting. This statement here, warning the Nigerian government better move fast, is something that they are not reading anything into. And there is also this video I want to play to show people some of the implications of what they don't seem to understand. And it's scary. I guess you can't always blame people. Not everybody knows these things. They think, even if there is evidence that these people don't care about those things, they think these people care about what we are doing. Like they think Tinubu is going to Washington and he's going to have a conversation with Trump, and Trump is going to do something, and they're going to come to an agreement that's actually good for Nigeria. Come on, man. If that was the case, we are not going to be here. These are the people that refuse to sell weapons to us. At first, Trump did sell eventually, because Trump is a deal maker. And if Tinubu is a patriotic president in any way, any form, if he goes there, because Trump's a deal maker, he can be able to bribe him. Reach some kind of agreement that is going to benefit Nigeria. Maybe he will do that. I don't know. But maybe he will go and Trump will be like, you think you are Saudi Arabia or UAE that can just buy jets for us? No. You don't deserve to be like one of them. You have to trade down. And then we'll find that maybe Dangote refinery will fail. Whatever ambition he has for our refinery to fail. All kinds of nonsense that we think we are going to lead us to progress. All going to fail because that will be his job to administer it. And you think you understand the reasons why these people do what they are doing. Personally, if you are going by Trump antecedents, you know this guy doesn't care about black people at all. Zero. He barely employed them in his cabinet. He talks about them in derogative terms by and large. And the idea that because he cares anything about the Nigerian Christians is ridiculous. He doesn't. The only reason why he's talking, he hasn't even offered for them refugee. He's offering South African white people refugee status in America. He's giving them preferential treatment, even when he's looking to cap the amount of refugees that are coming to America. But yes, some of our people are naive enough to think that this man cares about us. If he has any opportunity to go after the black community, he will. He will, and he hasn't had it. He knows that the black community, they are not ready for nonsense in America right now. And when they come out, they are going to come out strongly. But we in Africa, we are a total disgrace to the black community overseas. When they watch us, I think that was the statement I Speak the Truth was saying, that when they watch the way some of our people behave, it's like, how can you not understand these people not mean you well? At least they've not given you any reason to believe that. They've not given you any reason. But we would like to believe anything. So this guy is a former CIA operative. Hear what he's got to say about how they behave, how they fight wars. Let me play this. And I can see all of you backstage. I really appreciate you guys for joining us. We are not going to have a lot of time here because it's Sunday. You know, everybody has to go out on Monday. So let's try to keep it brief. Let me just play this video because this is important for our people to see.
Than it was when World War II broke out.
So you think we're in World War III now, or the early innings of that?
And I think World War III is going to be shaped by what we call proxy war.
What is proxy warfare?
Proxy warfare is when a wealthy nation state funds and trains and arms conflict in a less wealthy state, where there's usually some sort of civil disturbance or civil fight that's already happening. Much of what we've seen in the last 10 years is proxy warfare. Libya, Syria, Yemen. People argue that what we saw, even Afghanistan, Iraq, where the US was involved, was proxy warfare. Israel and Iran is model proxy warfare. Russia and Ukraine are also models for proxy warfare.
So there's someone else funding it, and they're using that nation to do the work for them, essentially.
Exactly right. You use a intermediate nation that's still developing to decrease the capability of your primary target, while you yourself conserve your own troops, your own weapons, and your own civilians against harm.
Benjamin, what's your take on that in terms of us being at the start of the precipice of a world war, and it looking like a sort of a different set of weapons, a different way that we'll fight each other, and the internet and digital warfare being a part of that?
I don't think since the beginning of the Cold War, let's go back to 1947 or 48, I don't think we've stopped fighting. I just think we're fighting wars of
to wipe out terrorists and save Christians. And I see that some Nigerians are celebrating.
Of course, I'm in support of stopping all aid. Like, seriously, why are we still collecting aid at this age? But
some people are saying, well, he's not going to invade Nigeria. It won't be an attack. It won't be an invasion, just because of the way he put it, that he will be quick and sweet. But this man said that he's instructing the Department of War to prepare for possible action. And then he said, if we attack, it will be fast, it will be vicious, it will be sweet. Okay, I know that a lot of Nigerians are in love with Trump. But guys, history shows that help by invasion often make things worse, not better. I'm really hoping that he won't go through, because I'm really hoping that he wouldn't. Because going by history, for example, in 2001, when the US wanted to invade Afghanistan, they said that it would be quick. They said that it would be a quick, decisive military action to topple the Taliban, dismantle Al-Qaeda. It ended up being 2 decades of war with more than 200,000 people killed. And then when the US invaded Iraq to topple Saddam Hussein, they said that it would be quick. But guess what? State institutions collapsed. There was huge civilian casualty and years of insurgency. The death toll is estimated to be 150,000. And then the power vacuum created the conditions for new terrorist groups to grow. And that's how ISIS started. And then in Libya, they went in, they removed Gaddafi, but there's no more stable government in Libya. Libya fractured into rival militias and became a hub for smuggling and violence. Even the Somalia mission in the 90s, they called it Operation Restore Hope. When the US went in there, it began as a humanitarian mission to provide famine relief amid a civil war.
in fact, they said it would take 30 to 45 minutes.
But it soon evolved into a more aggressive state-building and counterterrorism effort, which eventually led to the disastrous Battle of Mogadishu in October of 1993. And the thing is, Nigeria has a lot of natural resources. We have oil. We have a lot of resources that some people are really interested in. Personally, I believe that nobody knows your house than you do. And I think that the best solution is for the Nigerian government itself to take care of business and tackle insecurity. For God's sake, we've been shouting about this forever. Not even 1 decade. We've been shouting about insecurity in Nigeria. We are the ones that know the sponsors, the financiers. That is where to start. Because honestly, if we really want to take care of the bandits, the armed Fulani herdsmen terrorists, of Boko Haram, of the kidnappers, all these groups, especially in northern Nigeria, we can. I don't understand. Why wait for Trump to... I'm tired.
Meanwhile, I'm curious, can anybody explain why you think he would use the word disgraced country? Because he said that we may very well go into that now disgraced country. Like, disgraced as how? And you want to say the country you refer to as disgraced?
About disgrace, I think we are kind of a disgraced set of people, if you ask me. We are supposed, we even don't understand our importance, especially to the entire black race. Some of the way we behave, my God, I really feel bad for our people. and our entire black humanity. And this one, and sometimes it makes me want to turn to a total monster. Like maybe that's what Nigeria Africans need. They need a kind of Stalin that goes crazy on them. Because this is
sorry, Father, are you moderating or you want to gaslight? You want to gaslight panelists?
Please let him speak.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
Let him speak.
And he tried it with KJ. KJ didn't like it and he stopped, but he won't stop with me. I'm not going to have the energy to fight with him today. So it's like we Africans need a monster that will come in and just straighten things. No matter who is in the way, they guard them. Because what is the point? Because while we are playing, we are going to somehow get out of this peacefully, our people are still behaving as if they don't know anything. Human beings are really strange beings because we know the truth. We see the results in our hands. We know what America has done, like Adiola has just spelled out. But yet we'll say, yes, let them come anyway. Let them come. It's like that shows you that maybe human beings need certain kind of treatment to actually fix things, because you can't use logic here. Their feelings are hurt and they are going to demand certain things. They don't care where it comes from. Whether it comes from their arch enemy, they don't care. Whether that person is coming to kill them, they don't care. As long as that person kills one person first, then he kills them later, they are fine. That is how crazy it is. They would rather Trump comes right now. I can tell you right now, and I will ask that question. Would you be okay with Trump coming to Nigeria, kills Tinubu first, but later on he kills all your people? Would you be okay with that?
Are you the moderator or what? I mean, I don't understand.
Hold on. If you don't do that, we see KJ
I'm not
talking
doing
all
that.
the time.
Are you the moderator?
I'm the moderator. We see KJ talking all the time. People don't interrupt him like this. Don't do that. Because you don't like what I'm saying doesn't mean, because there are millions of people that actually wants me to say these things. It's not only about you anymore. You might want it for your people, but there are millions of people that will be out there hearing what is wrong with these people. Why are they believing in this nonsense that Trump is telling them? Trump has not shown you anything that he cares about black people at all. If anything, he calls us a disgraceful shithole and treats. How many black people do you see in his cabinet? What is wrong with us? We just, okay, yes, we like his macho stand. I supported him being elected. Hopefully that will open our eyes. And because when he comes and start bombing now, and our people start dying, and anarchy starts raining all over the land, I'm sure some people will still be happy. I'm sure some people are happy now with Iraq, are happy now with Libya, even if the country is upside down. Some people don't care. They would rather see their own land burn. They will see it burn and they will be poorer for it, but they don't care. And we say we hate our leaders for being like that because they run our country to the ground, but we are like that too. We would rather see the country burn as long as it gives us what we want. How about do the hard work and do what is best for everybody and the future generation? That's how they all did their own countries. And it's not even that hard for us now. All we have to do is tackle our leaders. Believe me, if you want to tackle America, it's not that easy. Those terrorist funders that you think you know, have you asked your government whom is behind those terrorist funders? Have you chased the paper trail? If you chase the paper trail, it heads back to them too. Are you going to go and arrest them? If you even look their direction once, you will vanish. Go and ask Iranian scientists or Indian scientists that have disappeared. That was a CIA official there that talked about how they use conflict that is already occurring. They don't have to create new organizations themselves, like they did in Iraq. They didn't have to create ISIS themselves. They took what was already there and amplified it because they use the people within the nation against their own interests. Because they feel aggrieved for one reason or the other, they will use them and they will happily do it. The question is, I know our people, no matter what I say here, it's not going to matter. They are still going to be willing to sell their own brothers into slavery and even sell themselves into slavery as long as it's going to help them ease a little bit of their pain that they feel right now. The trick is not letting them have their way. Because if somebody's in pain, You don't allow that person's clouded judgment to reign. You have to set them aside, and the people that have clear view of things should take charge. And this is where I think any visionary that exists in Nigeria or Africa at all, these are the times to emerge. Whatever you need to do, do what needs to be done. Because I'm sorry, it's not going to solve it. So slowly, it's not going to solve it. I came into politics thinking that loss of life, anarchy is wrong. You can't get to that point. But it looks like life is a strange thing. Logic doesn't work. Group dynamics, logic doesn't work. It's about either you deal with the problem or you don't deal with the problem. And whatever it takes to deal with the problem, whatever it takes, do it. Because the shorter time it takes to do it, then the longer the people have to recover from it and actually heal. Because this invitation for Trump to come and attack our country, when you know any country that man has, America has ever attacked, never does well. How can you? It just shows you that so many Nigerians will be happy to see Tinubu's head on the spike. As long as they see his head on the spike first, then their own goes next. They don't mind. That is how bad it is. And we can't let that kind of mentality win, because we are all, my own head is going to be there. I don't want that kind of mentality. If I want to die, let me die for a better reason than dying to fulfill another Oyibo man's whims. So thank you all for joining me. This is not going to be very long. It's just, I just needed to get that out there, because it's really sad to watch many Nigerians seem to be like they're having Christmas because Trump is about to attack their country. That is strange. And when that happens, you see other women and other men becoming heroes. Your mind will start changing, like the way it happened in Iran. Many of them hated their leaders until Israel attacked them. Suddenly their eyes open. Thank you for joining me, AY, Jide, Ife, Femi. You are all welcome here, and I really do appreciate you all for joining us. There are a lot of people that disagree with me and downright hate me, actually. I don't think the hatred is deep. I like to think, though. I don't think the hatred is deep. I just think they disagree with me and they don't like the idea that I say certain things. But it needs to be said. It needs to be said. So thank you for joining us. Oh my God, there are a lot of
many
people.
Times you go thank me now.
You are just a troublemaker, really. Eh? You just keep making trouble constantly. Eh? But thank you for joining us. AY, what do you make of this welcoming of invasion from outsiders? Do you believe that some people they will be happy to see Tinubu head on the spike first, then their own goes next? They will be fine with that arrangement.
Father, first of all, to be honest, I want to especially thank you for speaking on for the country. Forget what anybody say.
Which
I
country?
see some people, hold on, I see, no, Moriye, please. I see some people attacking you as if you stole their wife. Listen, you are doing the right thing. Prosperity will remember you, trust me. People like Femi, I've listened to him on these issues since yesterday. Listen, we cannot, see, we have issues as people, there is no doubt. Anybody supporting a foreigner to attack your homeland, you are not only foolish, you are an idiot. If Trump intention, like I listened to, if Trump intention is to put pressure on Nigerian government to sit up, to fix the security problem we have all over the country, I'm 1,000,000% in support. If his intention is to put pressure on the government for Nigeria to be a better place for everybody, I'm 1,000,000% in support of that. But you holding a country passport, you are happy that people are going to be killed. Even the people that so-called learned people, you know the history of America invading countries. Do you know any country, America, they've pulled their boots on the ground and the country is good today, is better, it's a better place today? No, there is none. So there is a special interest in Nigeria, no doubt. I'm even surprised that Tinubu is coming to America on Tuesday, right? You look at it. If you watch what Trump did to South Africa, it's the same playbook is playing with Nigeria. What was his?
If I take my wife to a party and this is my wife, and probably she has dated or be with like 12 guys in that party, there's no
Sorry
price there
about
for
that.
the
I
man.
don't know where this
I
one
went to
came
a
from.
party
Let me
with
find a
him,
way to.
and
I
I've
don't know
did.
where it came from.
Unfortunately, I've did people.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Jamie, go over there. Go over there.
All these
So,
enemies of progress want to take over. It's okay.
yeah. So you see, you saw what happened with South Africa, right? What did he do? He accused South Africa of marginalizing the white South Africans without fact, of accusing the government of hate against white South Africans. That was Trump. Why? Because South Africa were at the forefront supporting the Palestinian issues. That was the simple reason. But for Nigeria, it's similar. Now you are coming. There is no anybody that will argue that there is no security issues in Nigeria. You are playing with fire. We have serious security problem. But don't come and pretend that you love the so-called savior of Christian in Nigeria. Because of that, you want to come and invade Nigeria. That anybody supporting that is foolish. Now, this is the time we need to come together as Nigerians to speak up whatever you have to protect your motherland. It's not the time to debate, oh, what the government, you hate Tinubu, you hate who. Tinubu is not the owner of Nigeria. Tinubu, the highest he can do, he will spend 8 years, I will get it from there. Nigeria will remain. So we have to, as people, speak up, whatever you can do. There is no two ways. You can send a tweet to Trump, said it, whatever you can do, you have to do it to protect your motherland. Trump is not coming to Nigeria to fight. If he means taking whatever and fight for your motherland, we have to do it. There is no two ways. If you die peacefully, no problem. It's okay. But it should not come and be threatening a country of over 230 million people. It's not the owner. If you like what you are saying now, Tinubu is coming on Tuesday. It's the same thing. Look at what he did to Zelensky, for example. They bully Zelensky after the next meeting. What he said, oh, don't worry, now you can even defeat Russia because Zelensky gave up everything they have.
Yeah, the mines and everything. Yeah,
that was what happened. So now Tinubu is coming. What do we know that Tinubu is coming to do? Now he's going to come and put all the discussion on the table. Okay, you know what? We need this. America needs you. Got to give us the natural resources. Then we got to support you. Then you hear different tune. You will soon hear it now. Maybe this week, next week, you will hear Trump singing another song. It's very dishonest. I don't even
look at America. Knows how to strike deals.
Tinubu knows how to strike deals. Look at America. America is in a mess as we speak. There is shutdown for over 4 weeks. People are struggling. America is not what people think. A lot of people are struggling. People cannot pay bills. People cannot pay rent. Healthcare is in a mess. Why don't you face America and face all this problem? But no, it's Nigeria you want to face. May God help him there. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, I can't forget that statement that Dave Chappelle made, that he hates poor people because they cannot see beyond their pain. And sometimes it's not, for me, it's not hate. I understand the people that feel frustrated with Nigeria. Many of them even traumatized. If you're a family that all this stuff happened to, you probably feel the same way. But it's a little bit heavy to watch them happy at the same time. Because these people are supposed to be upset. They're supposed to be angry, solemn, or a little bit silent, that a nation is about to attack your country and you don't know where it might end. You don't know. Maybe that nation will attack because of Niger is next door. Something happens, you know, Niger is not very friendly with America. You don't know, something will be flying, they knock it down, and the whole thing escalates and spins out of control. People don't know. Maybe this whole thing is a setup. And when I said it before that who do you think is a threat to Nigeria? I was asking it just how many months ago. Some people don't even understand we are facing threat. Today, what is happening? Shocker. You are naked.
To Nigeria, please, with due respect, you started this conversation with a long intro. So one person I just.
So when I asked that question about whether we have enemies, most of our people don't think we have enemies. When I said anybody that is technologically more advanced than you, economically stronger than you, are a potential threat to you, they think it's a joke.
Forefathers.
It was always going to happen. This day was always going to come, and more is going to come until you do what it needs to be. When you say you don't have a nation, the reason why you don't have a nation is not because you don't have schools.
Forefathers.
Because you're not taking care of your national security. Yes, to Nigeria.
Thank you. You keep reiterating the same thing. We all have differences in opinion. You cannot force your opinion down people's throats. Brilliant. Jide, please.
He's giving a monologue. He's not forcing his opinion.
Jide, I speak. Let me finish.
It's very important.
Okay,
Jide,
hold on.
No, let me finish. Jide.
Just hold on for a second. See, to Nigeria, I see. You've said this before. Remember, I didn't even have a chance to reply to you.
You don't know what I was going to say before your little boyfriend interrupted. Let me finish.
It's not my little. You see, you are insulting people already.
All right, sorry. I take it back. Your little friend interrupted.
You said that to me before.
All right, sorry. It's okay. Let's not cry over it. I apologize. I'm sorry.
And I was talking when you interrupted me. Now you are.
I didn't interrupt you. I tried to, but it's okay. Let me just. I was already getting somewhere. It's all right. We can have a conversation.
Somewhere.
Jide, I'd really appreciate. I actually speak in boards for a reason. Please stop interrupting me. Stop feeling that confident to do that. Let me finish. He's a grown man. He can handle himself. So, forefathers, you always make this submission. And what I just wanted to ask you is, and it's rhetorical, you keep talking about we need, basically you're going back to the same we need weapons things, right? You don't have the technology for that. It's all right. It's all right. You've told us the same thing over and over. So you don't have the technology. And this is what I always argued with you over. You want the same people
to start with.
Well, how are you going to build bombs if you don't have technology?
If you look at my list,
forefathers, we've talked about and I will learn. Good. Let me finish. And I don't know why when you guys hear things that you are not comfortable with, you do this thing where you start interrupting the person. So you keep talking about we need this weapons because we have an existential threat. We need that weapon. But you want this weapon, which I always told you, from the same people that want to attack you now. You're not getting it. You're not ever going to get it. The best security Nigeria can give itself.
Now, you see, now you just cover my
whether you like it or not, the best security Nigeria can give itself is to be fair to its citizens, to make sure the lifestyle of its citizens improve, meaning you invest in education, you invest in agriculture, you invest in industries, you invest in the medical sector, you improve your basic infrastructures, electricity, roads, improve on your justice system. That is the best security Nigeria can ever give itself. Not all these phantom ICBMs or aircraft carriers that are not coming anytime soon. They're not coming anytime soon. So focus on the basics, build people that will believe in that country. And you can only make them believe in that country if they have a reason to die for that country. I don't know how that is so hard. Well, yes. Thank you. Then thank you for letting me speak.
You've made that point twice, and I've not had the chance to respond. Now I will respond directly to it. First, he misrepresented my point by saying I was talking about technology. I refer to we have human beings there in Nigeria to secure the country. I'm sick of watching bandits ravage villages, towns for hours and nobody's there to respond because technology is not going to arrest them. America has the best technology in the world. Listen to that because that is very critical. They couldn't tame even Afghanistan with the best technology. They needed human beings. In Nigeria, we have human beings in abundance, jobless human beings. You know, when you give one person a job, you create economic opportunities for 4 other people, and at the same time, we are not going to be losing in excess of $50 billion in GDP every year. This is one of the most important investments you can make, and you sit there and tell me that is not important. It's economic investment. But I'm not going to begrudge people because some people prefer that we down our tools while all the Western countries they are all running to are well secured. Every single one of them, the UK, Canada, every single one of them are secured to the teeth. And they come and tell us not to do the same. What kind of thinking is that? That scares me beyond reason, that people like even him is saying such things. It shows you how deep the compromise goes, that we can't even recognize what is good for us anymore. Who said we shouldn't build hospitals? The only way you can do those things in a sustainable manner if you can defend it. Who allow you progress when they can stop you? Do you know they get rid of your breakthrough scientists all the time? All nations that want to emerge, you have to struggle to emerge. They will get your own scientists, they will see them and they will kill them because they know without them you can't survive, or they will take them away to go and work for them. That is how they behave. That's how nations. This is not like me making it up. That's how
You've spoken
nations
3
behave.
times now in this program. Are you?
If you are not going to be here to listen, then go, because I'm not interested in people. This is not the time. There was a time when I'll be interested in debating issues. This is life and death now. I'm not interested in that. And I think maybe I've been a little bit too accommodating, really. What is the point? You are going to kill us all. From where I stand, you are going to kill us. Because of this ignorance, you pretend as if you know what you're doing. How can a nation be losing $50 billion? They say recruit for your security. These are human beings. I'm not even talking about technology yet. Some people still oppose that. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with us? And they call me the madman. You're all mad. I will say, you're all mad because you don't even want to stop losing $50 billion a year. Who does that? And you say you care about Nigerians, so do you know what $50 billion
The person that you are mad at has gone on.
That includes you, by the way. That includes you, by the way.
Why?
People don't. You say you care about your people. Why are you not trying to save that money?
Does it include?
Because you disagree.
What are you talking about?
You were disagreeing
about
with
what?
me.
Do I Brad, there's a way that you have
Okay,
of
okay. Let me finish my
not
point.
being able to handle your machine gun.
Let me finish my point.
You just use your machine gun very poorly. You killed everybody.
I'm not in the mood.
I said the person that you're arguing about is gone.
I'm not in the mood.
Bro, it's not fair. All this your attitude. It's not.
Sorry. See, stop. You guys are the ones gaslighting me. Because when I say you should stop losing money, you should support that. Why shouldn't you support somebody preventing the loss of $50 billion a year?
Forefathers prefer a solution. Sorry, family. Let me just say one thing. Sorry. Thank you. Sorry. Apologize. Prefer a solution how Nigeria can stop losing that money that does not include the kind of guidelines I put on the ground. For example, educating the people.
Forefathers, please. Can I just say something real quick? I'll let you know, please.
Yeah, go ahead. You're a gentleman.
Whilst we can listen to you and we can agree to disagree. However, I think it's also a good thing to. I'm not trying to teach you your job. I can't do what you do, but I know you're trying to moderate, and at the same time, I also think it's best to allow people say their beats, even if you don't agree with them. That's because at the end of the day, you're trying to moderate. I'm not trying to teach you a job. We're here for a reason.
Yeah, you are right.
Can
Maybe that was
I
my
say
mistake.
something?
Maybe I should just have had the monologue and
is
ended the
giving a
show.
monologue. He's not saying everyone should not express their views.
No, Jide, I understand, but it gets to a point. We all watch TV programs. It gets to a point when someone is moderating. I mean, I'm not a professional, but I watch people moderate. There's a way to moderate. I'm not saying.
I think maybe it's my mistake. My mistake is bringing people in. Maybe I should have just monologue until I'm ready to bring people in. Some people can do that for 1 hour before they bring people in at all. That is the normal procedure. It's just that you are all here when I'm monologue, because I feel like it's maybe rude to keep people backstage. Or some people don't even share the link so that it looks like you're just watching. Then later on they share the link. So that is how it is done. The reason why I'm saying this thing, because at this critical juncture, it's not necessarily about debate anymore, because now the rubber has hit the road, and I've been warning about this about day that is going to come. Many of us don't even believe that we had enemies, that we are ever going to be attacked. And I mean, a lot of you have said that before. We'll never be attacked. Why would anybody attack us?
Can I say something, forefathers? To be, with all due respect, you are being rude and being disrespectful. You can take me out anytime you want to.
I don't want to take you out. Who are you? Because you are moderating. You think
just because we disagree with you, you don't do that.
What did I say to you?
Listen, hold on. People have right to express their opinion and their feelings.
Yes.
Just like you do, but you can't come and threaten people. People, if they disagree with you or say something, you take them off.
I said,
this is
I'll take them out. I'll take them out.
No, you don't have no right
because I'm
to do
hosting.
That. They haven't
I have
said
a right.
anything wrong.
Everybody, no, you are interrupting me. You're not letting me moderate.
It's okay to disagree.
Do you understand? This is not about disagreement. It's about moderation.
I do understand. But
it's about moderation. If you don't like me, if you don't like how I moderate, then you can leave.
This is not your show.
It's not your channel. I literally created the show. It's not my channel, and I'm allowed to host a show.
Don't come here and think
see. If you don't like how I moderate,
don't come here and think you can.
Hold on. I'm not bullying you.
Yes, you are. You are bullying.
I'm telling you that. See,
no, you're not
I'm not stopping from talking.
You cannot tell
enough.
me.
I'm not going. See. I'm not going to keep debating this.
Okay, you are wrong. You are rude.
Hold on. You can go. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be here. I shouldn't have brought people in. No, see, why do you people keep saying moderating?
It's not how to moderate. I'm not
moderating at the moment.
Forefathers, you my guy.
Allow people to talk and see. Hold on. See, I'm not going to allow people to tell me how to moderate.
Forefathers, but we saw you do the same thing with KJ now. Abba.
Forefathers,
and I apologize to him. And I apologized to him and said, you should allow him to moderate. Has anybody apologized to me for not letting me moderate?
It's not a matter of apologizing, forefathers.
I apologize to KJ.
You say things to KJ as well.
Forefathers, you my guy.
I apologize to KJ.
But let's look at ourselves in the mirror. Abba.
See, hold on, Niger.
Forefathers,
what is going on here?
People for doing certain things.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
It's the height of
why is it that when people come here, they feel like they own the place? Because I just
no. Forefathers, I think
I cannot say certain things now.
I think everybody wants a balanced conversation. If we're being honest right now, wait, but hear me out. I understand, but hear me out. Two people that would have been on Audie's side right now are gone. All of us will more than likely be speaking from the same perspective. We're not going to gain anything if it's an echo chamber and we don't have dissenting opinions. You know what I mean? So it's good, especially since you have a position that we all know. Let people that have an opposing view be on, and that makes for an interesting show. So you can ask them questions.
A lot of times, but
that's it. But you need opposing views to make it very interesting. Just to be fair, and I don't think that's what you do. But bring Iffy back, bring other people that will support Audie, and let it be interesting.
You see, this is why I like KJ. KJ will just end the stream. If you guys don't like it, you just end it and go. What I could just do is because that's what happens. Because
that's not true.
He has threatened to end the stream.
I don't even agree with
a few
KJ
times,
sometimes.
and they stop him.
It's not even true.
No, he has threatened to end the stream.
It's not true.
He has not threatened to end the stream.
Forefather is not true.
KJ has not threatened to end the stream. Okay,
It's
that's
not
fine.
here.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't even
lying
agree
now.
with KJ sometimes. It's not true. Let's
Okay,
not
I'm
do
lying
this
then.
yourself.
I'm lying. So, how many times have you heard me lie about somebody on this panel?
Forefathers,
You are telling me
you know
it's
what?
not
Let's
true.
continue. Let's just moderate.
Just
See,
let
hold on,
forefathers
hold on.
land.
See,
Just let him land.
I
Just
respected
let
your
him land.
input. I respected your input earlier on, but you have stepped over the line, telling me what other people think and what other people don't think. You may not like. You may not like how I moderate. You may not like how I moderate because you. What our people like to do is they like to form.
It doesn't matter. Take me out.
Like the way they do to Dangote, they want to drag everybody down with them.
No, Femi, don't go.
Continue.
All I
You
said
can take
was,
me out. I don't
if
give
I
a
was
damn.
saying, you see that,
Have you ever seen me talk this way before?
all I said was that we should stop losing $50 billion.
Take me out.
But he said, you know what their energy was? How dare this guy even say that kind of stuff?
I beg.
Okay. Listen. Let Forefather finish so he will continue.
Yeah. Femi,
I'm supposed to finish what I'm saying.
Let Forefather finish so we'll continue.
You can't even dream of bullying me.
Tomorrow is Monday. Even Jago is already.
You can't even dream of bullying me. Okay, it looks like you are not interested in being here, so maybe you can leave.
You can take me out. It doesn't matter.
No, I don't need to take you off. You can leave if you are not happy to be here.
You can take me out. I don't have to leave. Take me out.
No, stop. Just stop it, Femi.
I don't know what.
Calm down.
You hate me.
You know the way it is now. Have you ever seen me this way before?
Hold me. You hate me hosting a show.
Jago, have you seen me like this before?
I don't understand.
No, I understand. Just calm down for a while.
Can I speak to
you? Why are you here?
Forefather, can I speak to you?
Hosting a show. Why do you have to be here?
Forefather, can I speak to you, sir? Can I speak to you?
Have your say. No.
This is why they're going to invade Nigeria.
My point is that if you hate somebody, you dislike them, you don't want them to host a show, then why are you here? Because if people
that's the wrong. Your premise is wrong. When you start with this fake feeling sorry for yourself if you don't like me, that's just crybaby nonsense. We are men here. We want to be treated as adults. Wait! Don't crack me.
They
allow me to
don't
speak.
like me hosting the show. They compare me to that. I don't.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Else. It's not by force.
Let's move on.
Let me speak. Forefather.
No, Jago, just let him let him land. Let him land.
It's okay. He's landed. It's okay. No, there are too many people speaking.
They won't let me land.
No. You've landed. You said what you said. Everyone hates you. Which I'm saying to you, sir. I'm saying you have finished. You did finish. You gotta get. You see, the way you do these things is just full of rules that only apply to yourself. They don't make us feel included. We are men here. If you have rules, put them out there. But the way you operate, you will go against all your rules. You have to have one set of rules. You can't just jig-jag all around.
See, the rule I have is...
The rule, this is the rule. This is the rule. This is the rule. We know who you are in terms of how you do your thing. We come here. You know that there's people that don't go to Dr. Damage's show. They don't go to the other people's show. But they come to yours because there's a different way of... Everybody has a different personality. We seem to enjoy your show. What we do not enjoy is your lack of presentation when you are moderating. Your over exuberance in taking over the whole speech. That's what we are against. But you don't seem to get that through your head. That you're here to do a job.
I got that. No. You see, now that's a different. You see, you just said the mistake you just made. I came here to do a job. I came here
to
present a show.
Yes, now.
A show in my own
image, which is your job,
not in any other person's image. Do you understand that concept? It's
so
in my own image.
What about? Okay. No, I know, bro. You said this before, and I understand, but that's not still what I'm saying. You know, we are all adults, and the job of moderating, we have an understanding of what that is. You do not seem to have an understanding of what that is. That is the issue. If you understand that that is the issue, then you will speak better. But you don't want to learn. You think you think every criticism is hatred. This wrong.
Okay, so do you understand that moderating have totally different styles?
Yes, I do. I'm a media man myself.
So have you seen moderations whereby the guests speak about 15% of the time? Have you seen that before?
I've moderated myself. I've been a moderator. Now, the hours that you spend there. Wait, please. Don't be like that where you have to push every conversation. I'm saying to you, sir, that I have been a moderator. I know the kind of job it is. I'm a communicator. I know the kind of job it is to speak and not to speak, to listen and be heard. Your job is to make sure that we have our say and we can be heard and understood. Your job is to moderate the smoothness of that. It has to be smooth because, as you said, everybody is rowdy. So you are the person that we have to look up to as not to be rowdy, but you are. You have to have some kind of diligence about yourself. You can't just do anything and feel that it's free because you're doing it. That's wrong. I don't understand why you can't accept that you are doing wrong when it's blatant. Come on, bro. Grow up.
I asked you a simple question. I asked you a simple question.
Which one?
Have you seen moderation where the panelists, you will have about 4 panelists and they will speak for about just 15% of the time throughout the entire show?
No.
Have you not seen that before?
No.
Well, what I have seen, if I may answer, what I have seen is that moderators that are speaking on a certain subject would give more air to certain people who are speaking specifically to the question. Though there are moderators who do that because the questions that come up have to be answered. And those people who have a good sense of appreciation of how to answer these questions are given more air. That is what
That is when a moderator shines. A moderator shines based on the kind of questions he can put forth to the people on the show. So it's a discussion. You have an opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. But you don't go into a lecture. You don't go into a monologue. You let your guest, and a good interviewer lets his guest shine. That is a good interview.
This is not an interview session.
All right, if that's how you take it, I don't know.
Okay, let's continue now.
I don't understand how
that's the last word I've got to say on it.
Good. Thank you.
You're just gonna, forefather.
You won't let me talk.
Forefather, we're here for you. No, we're here for you. Please continue, sir.
Thank you. You all understand moderating in a certain way. I understand moderating differently. And especially on a day like this, when things are slightly different, you allow people to talk. The first thing a guest did here today was, I barely even spoke for 1 minute. Oh, are you going to start talking now? And all the rest of it. It's like, what is that? And now they've derailed the conversation. Whatever is happening, we're actually having a conversation about our nation possibly being attacked, and the reasons why national security is very, very important. And many of us will say we care about our people, but when this critical point is being discussed, instead of all concentration should be on the fact, because they hate it, for some reason, they hate the topic. Don't talk about it. Talk about our people just eating. Are we animals that we live only by food alone now? And when many of us go to church where you hear, oh, you don't live by bread alone. But somehow it's only about food we care about. I don't understand the logic. Personally, I'm fed up of it. And maybe what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be having monologue sessions and not bothering, because sometimes one gets exhausted for a while. Maybe give it a break of interacting. It's not by force to be doing this type of stuff where you come online and then people start jarring at you because you have your own opinion. I'm not saying you should not have your own opinion. I'm just saying that don't stop shutting mine down. I might rant for a bit long. Yes, that's true. I do rant for a bit long because I don't see anybody ranting that way. Nobody's saying anything like that. Every day I wake up, I think, okay, how did we get ourselves into this mess? I wish our forefathers, somebody was warning them about some of the mistakes they were about to make. But maybe it's down on me now that just warning is not good enough. No matter how much you want, nobody will listen. This is why I say experience will teach us a lesson. Maybe when we have some very, very terrible experience, we'll know. No matter what you say, it's not going to matter to anybody. No, they will not care. And even if everything I've been saying is coming to fruition, there's a reason why I prefer Trump being in office. I predicted this type of stuff is likely to happen. Some people think we are not going to face a security risk. We are facing it right now. A serious one from external that we thought it was not necessary. You were all wrong about that, but you are all somehow still correct, even when reality is bearing your arguments to be wrong. But it's okay.
You see, with all you just said, all you're saying is that I'm right and you are wrong. What kind of what kind of sense is that? That's what you used 15 minutes to say. It's pathetic.
Do you know that false humility is as bad as somebody that is arrogant? If you are right, you better know you are right.
Let's carry on with the show. Let's carry on with the show, please.
Now,
we don't need a lecture. We just discuss everything.
Well, maybe bring in Femi because he's been waiting and he's obviously upset. So let Femi speak.
I haven't said anything.
I understand, but maybe you want to calm down. Hold on, Jide, 1 second. It's nothing against you. Maybe you want to calm down the tension, and the person that was visibly upset, let him speak and pass it around. I'm just saying, as an adult, as a diplomatic person, this is what I would have done.
Or it's better to have somebody that is not upset speak, then it gives the other person a chance to calm down. At least not listening to me, because after I just finish speaking, they will be upset. So Jide, please go ahead.
Jide, sorry, I'm sorry, forefathers, please. I beg. I'm not upset. That's not my nature. We're only trying to address the fact that as much as we appreciate you being up, nobody, I'm not sure anybody's I'm sure everybody is in agreement that we appreciate your sacrifice, because it's a sacrifice. However, I think respect begets respect, even for those that you cheat, because there's something about demeanor, how people handle things, and to the point where you talk down on everybody, even people that I disagree with people as well here, but not to the point where you think that even those of us that seem to agree with some of the things you might agree with, that we don't know what you're saying and you're right and every other person is wrong. That's the way it comes across to us. So I'll rest my case.
Okay, I take that.
Can I just put this through? Wait, Ejo, wait, just, when someone speaks, don't everyone start rushing to speak. Just be quiet. Let someone say what they've got to say.
I was about to
please just do that for me.
I was about to speak and everyone is just around.
Let me okay, sorry. Forefather, I don't know if you want to take a day off. I'm just suggesting this. Today, why don't you be don't be a moderator. Let someone else do it, and you be a contributor like the rest of us. Just to take the pressure off you for a while. Maybe it's a pressure because as everyone had said,
forefather wants the pressure. He wants all the pressure. He's never going to give up that power. Never.
Give up that power. Oh,
okay,
goodness, you guys. I don't know, man. You guys are like herding cats.
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm just joking, bro.
I don't understand why you have to go that direction. Telling me that. Oh no, don't because you are so fragile right now.
I give the moderation up there.
Let Jide speak. You can't tell me what to do. Come on, man. Don't do that.
Speak?
I suggested. It was just a suggestion.
Okay. Yeah, good evening, everyone. It seems everyone is hot this night. I didn't even know I was going to come here this night. Everyone is so hot. And I missed the last show. When this night I just came across the link. I was like, oh, there's a show by 8 o'clock. I was like, okay, let me join. I know there was already a show going on where you guys already had some issues. I don't know, but it seems like a lot. You guys are hot right now. Anyways, for me, like everyone, I've always said it on this show. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I disagree with so many people on so many things, right? And I learned from so many people as well. I learned from different perspectives, in as much as I disagree with different perspectives. Forwarders came, he's organizing a show, and he's giving his monologue. And I see one thing we need to understand.
No. Don't talk about that anymore. Let's
Jago,
continue with the show.
Jago, don't do that. You are not the only one. You see, what is this, Jago? You need to stop this now. I'm telling you now, because you started it even on the other show. You started at me, and you came here and you've been doing it. I've allowed you to carry on, but you are being disruptive now, and I'm calling you out on it.
I think
don't do that anymore. I've had enough. Allow him to speak. Let's move on.
I think the only way we can get better, like politically is not just by always speaking and disrupting people, but always listen. We need to always have the habit of listening to people, even if we don't agree. There are so many people on this platform. I disagree with them, but I listen. We should always learn to listen to people. Take our time to listen, even if it's going to spend 30 minutes. Let him land. Then you can now respond and say, hey, guy, you are taking too much time, but listen to him. That's my first perspective. You see, it's very unfortunate that we are in this mess. And the way we are reacting to it, I'm very disappointed. I think even using the word disappointment is an understatement. In fact, it is very pathetic. It is very deplorable. Our reaction to what is going on right now in Nigeria is very, very sad. Our reaction is very, very sad. It's very disturbing. It's very, very disturbing. A foreign country, a country that is known for genociding its own people. Its own people, they are coming to tell you they are coming to save your country, and you are telling them to come. A country that genocided its own people. I'm saying it again. A country that genocided its own people.
Who did they genocide again?
The indigenous people of that country.
Okay.
They genocided them. Not to even talk of the fact that I want everyone to listen to this. Since after the Second World War, the country that have committed the worst atrocities all over the planet is that same country. And that is the country that is coming to save you. A country where we say, no country in this world has had so much dark history towards black people than that country. That is the country that is coming to save you. A country that used nuclear weapons. No country has ever used nuclear weapons. They used nuclear weapons after the Second World War was done, and people of other countries have sacrificed their life. That country, they carry their big head and use nuclear weapons. That's the country that will come and save you. The people that use nuclear weapons on, the damage is still there. That's the country that will come, just like they went to go and save them in Japan with nuclear weapons. That's the country that will come and save you. Think about it for a second. The country that orchestrated the problem you are complaining about, backing the problem you are complaining about, they are crying about, they are now coming to say that they are coming to help you, and you want them to come and help you. It's like saying, man, it's very sad. See the way we are talking. It's very, very sad. A country that enslaved our own people and made the descendants of people that enslaved to be lost for life. That's the same people that want to come and save you. Why are we lost?
And those people that were enslaved, they are watching our behavior now.
What is our problem?
They are watching our behavior. Almost 50 million strong in America, watching us behaving like this.
It's a shame. They will even deny themselves being part of us because of how stupid we are. Do you think they don't have sense, those people? They have sense. They know they are from Africa. But they will deny it because they don't want to share with us. Because of our stupidity. I was talking about it yesterday. And I'm hearing some things this afternoon when I was driving. And I'm like, God, I can't believe our people can be talking like this. I don't care who is in power. The fact that the enemy that orchestrated the problem in the first place is now telling you they want to come and save you. They're able to galvanize everyone against that enemy in every way. in every way possible. That should galvanize everyone against that enemy. Every way. We should forget about our differences. We should forget about the incompetence of our leadership. We should go against that enemy. We should cut ourselves away from that enemy. But instead, we are clapping our hands to welcome that enemy. Something is really wrong with us. Something is really wrong with us. I'm talking about a country that lied to kill over 500,000 people in another country. They lied to go and kill over 500,000 people.
Can we watch out for the K? I don't know whether it's a bad thing or what. The KK word, they say it's not very good on YouTube.
Yeah, they unalive over 500,000 people in Nigeria. This is not so that every life in Nigeria is very important. But even the terrorism going on in Nigeria, I don't think up to 250,000 people have died since 2011. That's people who want to come and save us. What is wrong with us? Why are we like this? Why don't we want to learn? Because the only way, see, Latin America, countries like Cuba, like Venezuela, all those countries that see the oppressor up there, that see that evil country, do you think they are stupid? Do you think they chose to just hate that country? No. They decide to choose destiny in their own hands to organize and kick out that evil empire. We want to do everything to see that evil empire as our savior. As our savior. The same savior that enslaved our people. The same savior that is orchestrating the violence in our country right now. See, the untapped resources in our country right now, they are looking at it, and in fact, they are doing everything possible in such a way that they can get those resources.
And Jide, let me ask, could it be, because I know Elon Musk wanted our lithium, he wanted to extract our natural lithium, and Nigerian government said he has to process it in Nigeria. Now, President Tinubu could go there, they will tell him, Elon Musk, he's close to Trump, he would tell, for me to ease this on you, give us the lithium, and Nigerians will be none the wiser. They'll come back, sign their deal, and he comes, take the lithium, and Nigerians will keep exporting wealth overseas and importing poverty, continuous direction, and they don't even know what the
sad thing, they are playing into that card. Like this thing that happened, it's an opportunity. It's a big opportunity. Because a president of that country to come and tell you they are sending military, or they may possibly send military to come and invade your country. A country like Nigeria that has the largest population of black people, all they need to do is go to United Nations and open a responsible government, open all their yash, talk about how they are orchestrating the killings of people in northern Nigeria, how these NGOs are involved. Look at what Iran did. Look at what Venezuela did. Why do you think they have not gone to go and fight Venezuela and Iran? Why? Why do you think they've not?
But don't you think that our people are not ready? Our people are, what you just said just now, if the Nigerian government did it, many of our people, even some of us that are reasonable, will be against it, because they would think, you are going too far. We are not going to be able to travel to America anymore.
It's because of our stupidity now. It's because of that's the point. We are slaves.
What are we going to do if we cannot travel to America? Where are we going to go?
Well, I don't think it would be smart in any event to try to antagonize. You went in diplomacy, okay? You always have to look at the antagonist and look at how far he's going to push it. And if you push these people too far, I guarantee you they will do whatever the hell they want to do, and the heavens are not going to fall. All right, you're just going to destabilize your country, even though they know it'll be to the detriment of the security of America. So you don't want to push. You want to use the carrot and the stick approach. You want to approach them diplomatically. And this is what I think, Nigeria should do. It's not about, if you go to the United Nations and try to embarrass them, they will top it up a notch. You going to the United Nations was the start of all of this in the first place. You making that speech against them with what's happening in Gaza is the reason why they felt slighted. That was one of the main reasons. And you yourself have actually said that on here. So these are the same people you want to take to the United Nations and start ratcheting up. You're going to lose, all right? So what you do is you reach a compromise with this kind of people. This is what you do. So the best approach, this is the best approach. Well, you just mentioned some of them. So the best approach is what Nigeria is doing now. They let out a statement. They let out a statement, and then they let people know, the world know, this is what is going on, and this is where Nigeria stands, and this is how we're viewing America's antagonism towards us. This is what Nigeria did. Now, the next thing is to sit down. If there's going to be backroom deals like you just alluded to, we don't know. But I think this is the kind of thing they will do. They're standing the ground like a sovereign nation. Good. They're weak. We do know that. Diplomatically, they're weak. Militarily, Nigeria is weak in all aspects or ramifications of the matter. Nigeria is weak. But you are dealing with people that are irrational, people that are crazy. If you don't realize that now, realize it now. It takes America nothing to put an aircraft. It takes America nothing to put an aircraft carrier on the shore. Of course, you're going to shut me down because you don't like you
just said. Now, I'm not trying to shut you down. I need to get the point you just made. Did you just say it would be okay for us to give up our lithium for peace of mind?
At what point did I say that?
That's what I'm asking now.
At what point? I'm asking you. At what point did I say that?
You said I alluded to a.
Jide, can you try not to attack him?
You said I alluded to a deal being struck. And the deal that I mentioned was that Elon Musk could just come and
I said, like you alluded to.
Yeah, like I alluded to. But are you saying that is okay? I said it in the sense that it's not actually okay. Are you saying
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying it is okay. I'm saying these are possibilities of what might happen. I said, now, if a backdoor, can I please finish?
You interrupted me.
Yes, for good measure, and I actually didn't interrupt you. I'm not here to compete with you. Let me finish.
No,
I'm not here to compete with you today.
I know you can speak, but just let him finish what he's saying and try.
I wasn't interrupting you. I was speaking to Forefather. I have no interest in competing with you. Let people speak.
Because other people need to speak.
People think you're going to win a freaking medal in this shit. And all I'm saying, Forefathers, is very simple. When in diplomacy, you look at who the person sitting across from the board from you. You have to be able to gauge that. And I think at this point, the Nigerian officials have been doing that perfectly. They have tried not to escalate. They've tried not to force America's hands. Because if you force America's hands, they're going to carry out that action, whether you believe it or not. So what Nigeria
are you saying that they are playing the South African game?
I'm saying Nigeria is playing a diplomatic game. So what Nigeria is doing right now is not force America's hands, not to ensure. Can you put your hands down? I don't have a gun to your head. So what Nigeria is doing is make sure that this does not escalate. It is chess. It's not checkers. This is where we're at right now. If the Nigerian officials insist on a confrontation, let me finish, sir. If the Nigerian government, and you are not none the wiser than them or people that have worked in those aspects of life. So if the Nigerian government insists on a confrontation, I promise you, and this is something they know, Tinubu and all his henchmen will humiliate them, drag them to the United States and lock them up, just like they did Noriega. You are dealing with a bunch of crazy.
Hold on.
Let me finish. It is overboard because you think this is a game. So the Nigerian government, let me finish. I know when you hear something that you don't like,
ask a question.
You ask a question when the person lands, not when you hear something you don't like, you interrupt them.
Do you know you actually interrupted somebody?
You interrupted me. Do you know that?
No, I didn't interrupt you.
No, you interrupted me.
Because your words were not important enough for me to interrupt.
No, you
It was
interrupted
Femi
me.
that was also supposed to speak.
Your words are not enough for me to interrupt. I didn't interrupt you. I had no interest in having this discussion with you. I was interrupting. No, I didn't. And if I call him your little boyfriend now, you're going to get upset.
Wow, people are really sore today, but it's all right. Maybe they are not getting the logic through. Jide, please round up so that Femi can speak.
Yeah, I was going to say that. You see, I've always said it on this channel. When you have a country that is so aggressive and it's coming to dominate you, you have to do everything to make sure you don't have any concession and stand your ground and ensure that you always maintain your sovereignty. Your sovereignty is more important than anything they bring to you. It's more important than anything they bring to you. So if you're talking about negotiations, what kind of negotiations are you going to make with these kind of people? Is it to make concessions?
How many negotiations have you done on the diplomatic level?
So now you're actually...
He's now interrupting. I'm about to finish what I'm saying. And okay, so what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, we need to know that we're dealing with an enemy, and we have to treat that enemy as a real enemy. If not, we are going into a deep old problem that we may not be able to get out of. Honestly, I'll stop there. Thank you.
My fear is that we probably think that we are going to hack this thing without any hard work. And I think why Nigerians love this is because it doesn't require any action from us. Please, Femi, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm not going to rehash any of the things that I may have said previously because it would just be a waste of time going over another thing. And just like to Nigeria said here, no one's going to win. I mean, none of what we say, like the damage always says, none of what we say is going to change Nigeria. So anyway, at this point, I think truly that, of course, the government, whichever government is in power, it could have been Buhari or whatever, at the time that this reaction from Trump or whoever was at the helm here had come up with this reaction. So I like what they're doing. Irrespective of how we feel, because just again, like Tuna just said, you cannot win because, like we all know, like right now, might is right. Might is right. So my thing is, it's fine that they're handling it from the point of diplomacy, if you will. Even though I don't even know if we actually have a functional ambassador in US, because at the last count. The Tinubu government has refused to even appoint ambassadors, as far as I know. So the escalation, obviously, again, irrespective of what we think, and the fact that he finally has decided to fly here and try to get audience with him. Hopefully, they're coming with as many people that are knowledgeable. Because one of the things that I noticed that has been destroyed, apart from a myriad of institutions. Recall we used to have a lot of bright people at the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs. I don't even know what the state of that place is right now. That's where you had the likes of Bolaji Akin, Bolaji Aji, Bola, and there's a lot of them. Some of whom we can't even
Bolaji Akiyemi.
Yemi and co. There's a lot of them. You can't even recall a lot of them. So anyway, so the fact that we're trying from the diplomatic level, and of course, ultimately. If it's gonna come down to now seeing them actually invest in trying to curb just the general insecurity itself, and it's not just going to be attacked from just trying to kill terrorists or try to attack banditry. There's a whole lot of things that's wrong with Nigeria because why they continue to keep politicking, because you know the thing we've heard throughout this year for the most part has been people defecting from other parties to APC. And it's so nauseating when you wake up and all you hear about is how all of a sudden people that probably did not have aligned with him at all suddenly think Tinubu is the best thing since sliced bread. Listen, I just feel with the potpourri of comedy that we see, you tend to now realize when you take a closer look that perhaps as much as we look like we're divided along ethnic and religious lines, when you see the likes of the Enugu state government, a lot of people would have sworn that would never have defected. you begin to wonder, wait a minute, I thought we were divided now. I thought it was Igbo versus Yoruba. How is it? How come all of these people are now going behind him and we're not even taking the serious things, including the economy, agriculture, everything that has, like, we don't even look like a serious bunch. So that while the majority of us are busy fighting ourselves, Biafra, rightfully so. I mean, in some cases, these people, they know where they are meeting, and most times they do their meetings at night. So sometimes I even wonder whether they're just sitting down somewhere making fun of all of us. I'm not sure at that point in time they're bothered about whether one person is a Boko Haram or it's not today it started. So I think I like the fact that if anything, if there's one thing I can take from it, the fact that it's jolted us into position, even though it doesn't make sense that it had to take this. But ultimately, I'll land on the point that I said that whether people like it or not, me, I am not emotional to the point where I will now blind myself and think it's just about Christian genocide. I'm a Christian. I've said it already. It's not. Yes, it's obvious that there are situations where there's deliberate attempts at eliminating Christians, but that's not what it's all about. It's just general madness and insecurity, and the fact that we don't even know what we're doing. So I'll just keep it that way. I'm not trying to repeat anything I've said. It's good that they're doing what they're doing.
Thank you for that. And I think it's One Africa. So yeah, One Africa is. Let me ask a question regarding this. Do you think some Nigerians will be happy as long as the President Trump comes and corrects Tinubu by putting his head on the spike, even if the next person their head is going to be on the spike is probably us? If that is the case, would you be okay with it? Like, first get Tinubu, then come and take us. Would you be fine with that?
Well, it's nice to have to be here again with everybody. Forefather is like an abusive husband that you keep going back to. So somehow we like his style and we do criticize him. His main friend here is AY, who you see everybody criticizes him here.
Your mouth.
AY didn't say anything. For AY, Forefather can never do anything wrong. I don't know why
you just face what
I did criticize him.
started again.
I
was even talking to
you see. His darling is like, don't leave me out. Don't leave me out.
Just one. Jide said, I love you more than anyone.
Wow. There are some people that are more geopolitically aware than that are not that, but it's okay. Go ahead.
Monkey no fine, but if mama like her, you see, Forefather is a beauty to behold.
Monkey now, it's okay.
If you don't understand that,
I do understand. Go ahead.
Yeah, but
look, fake Africa, is very petty. Just face your fraud. This
is actually on a lighter note. I'm not even, look, I think everybody, I'm trying to come in peace. I'll tell you, the reason I join Forefather most times is to make sure, I just want to make sure that we have divergent opinion. Because, it cannot be about how one person thinks. Look, when I remember when earlier on, when I Speak the Truth started coming to the show, that was maybe after me. But, he just went after me hard. But, look, if you look at, we're not all so different. He has his own bias. I do have my bias, but we're going to respect each other. He spoke very well tonight. When the Gaza thing was going, I was on the other end. I believed it wasn't our problem. I still believe it wasn't, it's not our problem. But, but people were after me. It's like, let's just have our own. Some people said, if you don't believe, if you don't speak, you're stupid. AY went on tonight again. If you're not do this, you're stupid. You're this. We don't have to call other people stupid for not towing our own line of thought. What's the freedom we have? Freedom of, thoughts and freedom of speech, freedom of association. Don't we have that? Forefather, I'll tell you, also the way you took out people tonight, that's exactly why Nigeria is where it is. You see, Imagine if you were given the Aso Rock position today. You'll be like, no one can do anything. Imagine, like, if you had power to take people out, this is how you'll be unaliving everybody. Like, this person, I don't like, unalive him. But you're here every day criticizing people.
See, well, you are for benevolent dictatorship. At the same time, we have issues following rules. Like in the UK, they have more than 1 million convictions, criminal convictions every year. In Nigeria, they barely have any, 30,000 or so. So we as a people, we have a culture of not following rules. And whenever anybody tries to enforce it, we think that person is a dictator, even when they are actually being normal.
Well, you see, that's perspective. You see it as normal, but guess what? If we vote on this platform, you lose. And that's democracy.
I know. But if you go to an American panel, you obey their rules. That's the problem.
No, actually, you're wrong. In America, you're judged by a jury of your peers.
No, I mean on an American show. If Nigerians go on an American show now, they will not make all this noise they are making.
No. This is not about noise. I'm saying if this is America, we'll take you out of the show because we'll judge you as the jury and get rid of you. I'm just telling you things, so you
can't
understand.
Move a moderator from an American show.
America, we impeach president. We can impeach you and get you out.
Not on the show, not on a YouTube show.
Well, we can stop watching your show. But anyway, we like you.
Block people like crazy. Like if you say the wrong thing, they block you from the chat. Not to mention coming on their panel. You will not even step on their panel at all.
Look, I do one thing. Let me just lay this as a marker. Nobody wants foreigners to come and invade their country. I continue to say that. What I said, and which is what I speak the truth, if you, and he's saying it like as a solution. I'm saying this should have been before as prophylaxis. I'm saying this should have been done before. If you want people to align with you in the days of trouble, how about getting them engaged? And people say, no, there's trouble now. Let's not speak about that. Oh, guess what? Next week, once Tinubu goes to DC, well, I'm worried about that. I hope he comes back, because if you see Tinubu in 2 years hasn't gone to the United States, because, I'm not going to say anything.
The way you go deep, the way you go deep.
But it's true, though. Are you not thinking what I'm thinking? The man hasn't gone to DC. He hasn't gone to UNGA, since he became president.
No, he's good.
Sorry?
He was invited. No, I said he's good. Nothing's going to happen.
No, I know, but of course you can be invited and detained, but
you can't detain why would you detain a president? Come on, stop behaving like you don't even know what
they did. That would be on my own. Why can't you allow me have my say? Don't talk to me that way. No,
discuss issues.
No.
I'm just let him have it.
You see, this guy is intolerant. It's like, I speak the truth. Is a Muslim, but he's respectful of people's view. This guy there's so much hatred in him. You can't, because that's your premise. That's why you can't tolerate somebody else that has a different view. How can I just say my view? He's again and forefathers. You can't stop him. And this was why I came to KJ show, and I didn't want Masca to say anything, because whenever I come on the show, you'd let AY have a free reign. You won't let he just talks and talks.
You mean this is the kind of stuff you're talking about, like this type of interruption?
No, but he doesn't do it to anybody. He just doesn't like my point of view, so he doesn't like me say anything.
That is true, all right. But my point is that
I don't say anything when he talks.
It's not very serious. It's one of those.
No, you see, he don't.
No, hold on. Because you don't like him, that's why you feel so strongly about it. But it's not necessarily very serious.
No, but I don't interrupt him. He should not interrupt me.
Okay, please don't interrupt.
I haven't interrupted anybody. I let everybody say everything that they wanted to say. I'm just having my own say. Can't he just stay there and listen to it, even as painful as it is to him. You know,
Why,
well,
please let him have his say, please.
well, you know, look, I'll tell you something. This is a country whereby people like, you know, and we talk about, Tinubu is going to give Elon Musk lithium. And I think I'm going to lose sleep about that. Who's been taking the lithium in Nigeria? Go to Nigerian exports, whatever, this, and check how much they make from lithium every year. Go and check. Who's been taking the lithium all this while? Anyway, why are we all of a sudden now becoming patriots to find out the lithium? People in Zamfara have been kicked out and being unalived, and the lithium is being taken. If it's going to give it to Trump, and Trump stops the killing, the unaliving of people in the Middle Belt, why am I crying? And people are all of a sudden, it's going to give our things to the oil.
You know the problem with that?
No, tell me.
Because when you give him that lithium now,
Mm-hmm.
you are, according to Dangote, the way he calls it, you export wealth and invite poverty to Nigeria, and you repeat the same cycle again.
Zamfara is already one of the poorest states in Nigeria. We already done that. Like,
yeah,
what
but
are we saying?
is it not to change the dynamics instead of repeating it?
No, do you think that Tinubu plans to change any dynamic in the next 6 years? I asked you this question yesterday.
I don't know what Tinubu plans to. I really don't think.
Well, you know, look, I'll tell you something. And, you know, I speak the truth, may know this. He knows Nigerian politics very well. Everybody knows why Tinubu has not addressed squarely the problem with the unaliving of people, you know, in the Middle Belt. And everybody knows that it's both religions that are being unalived, anonymous. It's not just, you know, Christians. Why has he not done? It's just based on re-election. He doesn't want to offend people. And we know the truth here. He doesn't want to offend anybody, because if you do that, you know, some people apparently will be offended. And someone is talking about going to report to the United Nations. Who owns the United Nations? Well, you know, it looks like it's on First Avenue. Last time I checked in Manhattan, you know, by FGR, you know, so like you're going to go there. Tinubu is not even allowing some people to get visa to come for hunger. If I said Tinubu, Trump, and you are going to report them, I'm going to report you to the person that is going to deal with me. What are we even talking about? This United Nations that is fraudulent is the same one that we're carrying Gaza. Go to their website, go and look for genocide in Nigeria. Not one mention, not one. And you think they like us better. Go and look at the Charter of the United Nations. Who created the United Nations? From the League of Nations after the First World War to the United Nations after the Second World War. Go and check who owns it and how it's formed. None of them is your friend. You know, if you don't know today, don't think, let me go and report to this Oyibo. You know, look.
So, but you are aware that they are not our friends. Then
are you kidding me? You think I'm stupid? What I'm saying is that
to defend their country.
The only way, what I've been saying is, hold on now. What I'm saying is, if we want to really be together, let's be together. Let's start organizing ourselves. Not when problem comes tomorrow, you start looking. Let me tell you, forefather, you know, this is why this narrative is very poor. When there was protest, I remember when people were calling for end of murder of all protest. People in the Southeast decided they didn't want to join protest. You cried yourself hoarse here, trying to say, why are they not joining the protest? They are not patriotic. Can't you see something? Can't you?
Do you say that I was saying that people should join the protest?
Of course, you kept saying it. Why are they're not patriotic? They should be joining protest.
No,
you know,
I never said that. Why would I? Well, you know, when I know that the police will target Southeasterners.
You know, they say, can't you people see that there are some people who don't feel you have 3 brothers in a family, and one feels that he's not involved in the family, and one day when there's a fight in the family, you don't think, you know, you think he's going to jump up and fight with you. You think he feels, and you're saying, oh, there was something you posted in the election, and really you shouldn't be doing such things. Or that the 2 billion or 2 million, whatever, black people will remember is the Southeasterners that welcomed the Americans. Who cares? Who do you think America will be sending? Is it not the African Americans here that will come as soldiers there? Who do you think is leading the command in Africa? You think it's a Igbo person?
Not necessarily the way you think, but my point is that point was a very serious one, because I always say that to my Southeastern brothers all the time, that every time
I hope you know you're one of us, and you continue to run. Because anything
you love
anything,
me now. You want me to be part of the family.
No, nobody. It's not about what.
You want to
let me tell you. So it's not like we want you or anything.
Let me
tell you.
Anytime point is important.
Anytime any Southeasterner is blamed, or let me tell you, if there's any unaliving of people in Kanu, and you happen to be visiting Masca there, you think they will collect you from Masca and they would do the same thing to you that they will do to me? So don't think you're one angel, that because you say these things on YouTube that people will not think you're. What we're saying, we need to get ourselves united, do the right things, do election reforms, give people a sense of belonging. Don't bring down people's shops. Don't tell people they are not from this place. Don't tell people you can't contest for election here. You're not one of us. You're not one of us. Oh yeah, we're not one of you. Okay, then that's fine. And now people are saying, oh, nobody wants anybody to come and take their resources. What we're saying is, you're taking our resources already. We don't have anything to show for it. What if somebody else, that there may be some luck that they'll be good to us?
Your job is to change that.
Don't say it's I want to reply to something about.
No, sorry, there are other people. I
won't take up to a minute. I wanted to just say that the reason why I said they should use the United Nations to make a case is not because I know that the United Nations is not owned by the US, or the United Nations is not an hypocrite. I know. The point is to make a case, an official case, that this case, okay, we have a foreign country that is against our interests. That what that does, it raises an alarm to other countries, including our neighbors, that we can leverage to say, okay,
eventually you will escalate. You will escalate.
See,
if you
escalate, so what?
Well,
sometimes hold on. I can ask you this question later when it's your turn. I will ask you, what are you going to avoid escalation to maintain?
Sometimes it is wiser to.
I will ask you that question when it's your turn. I think one Africa.
Father,
have you finished?
1 second, please.
Because Jagun needs to speak.
You need to let this guy know that the president of a country has diplomatic immunity. I don't know why people can't speak anyhow. Like, you can't arrest the president of a sovereign nation. They have diplomatic immunity. How come you don't understand?
I think if they did that, the backlash would be like,
man,
it will just be worse than the gains that they will make. I don't think they will hold him. They could.
Okay,
Trump is crazy.
Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, Jide. Let's see, the only reason I said about that 1.4 billion black people around the world, because let's say Trump comes and does something terrible in Nigeria, and then you see some, not all, because Chim was very happy to ignore that. Some Southeasterners are happy with Trump. That is what people will remember. People remember Chalabi today. Everybody knows Chalabi as one of the people that was supporting America invading Iraq. I doubt maybe anybody is naming their child Chalabi in Iraq at this moment. So these things are important, that we are aware of our actions, because there are repercussions. And the last thing I need.
So you think it's only the Southeasterners that like Trump? So there are no Yoruba people that voted for Trump.
I agree with you on that.
Massive numbers.
See, I don't want you guys hold on. From that region, I don't want you guys getting mixed up in this anymore. There's no need. You can just remain silent, like the way Americans do. Black Americans remain silent when they are deporting Hispanics. They don't want to get involved. You see what I mean? You can remain silent. You don't have to do anything. That's my own take. Because I just feel like the last thing you need is inviting more unwanted attention. So that's what the point I was trying to make. Let's have Jagun, the warrior. The
See
name is
the see the reticence that you put in bringing me on. But you know, this conversation and the way we began and the way it continues is I don't know to say that it's counterproductive, but I just have to reiterate: whilst the world is spinning on its axis, and we as a people aren't following the fact that there are so many things going on, and we are very much included in the pathway to this new world order, and how, whilst our own position in Nigeria is important to us, for anyone in the world, anyone else in the world, especially those in power, they don't give a damn. They don't care. We have to really care about ourselves and know what we are doing in our own direction for the future of us, the future of our kids, for the continuance of our culture. Where Africa is concerned, we are probably the #1 nation in so many spheres, you know, culturally, politically, economically, socially. With all the power that we have no power because we have no direction. We have no politicians. It's hard to say that we have a country. Whilst this is the case, and we are in this desperate, somebody wrote this past desperation now, it's, what did they say? It's, we are living, I forgot the word they used, but it was probably more apt. It's so important for us to face the fact that we have failed. And in that facing of that fact, it is incumbent on us to know that our leadership, our cultures really need serious upgrading. The leadership in our country, when you look at it, it's hard. Even if we want to, it's hard to suggest that Tinubu and the leaders that preceded him or were behind him, before him, that they have done a good job in putting our country on a platform of legitimacy. People love Nigerians around the world. They love us, even though they want to dislike us. They can't help but we are quite an infectious bunch. We have character, we have purpose as individuals. But as a nation, there's nothing to write home about. We're here getting excited and being belligerent with each other, which is the part of the character that is destructive and destroying our nation. We believe that we are more important than the person right next to us. It's tiring. It's tiring. You know, I'm of an age that, to fight in a war is past my time. Past my time. Those on the platform who are even young, it's even past your time. And we don't necessarily have an appeal to our young. We are still largely bringing up our children in exactly the same way as we've always done. Go to school, be educated, and don't worry about any other talent or strength that you may have naturally within your own life. So whilst all these things is going down, and there's a bigger picture taking place across the world, and we're not reasonably looking at it, apart from to be armchair philosophers, we're not looking at it that we're desperate, food has been taken out of our mouths, we are losing legitimacy politically in the world, we're not even standing up for Africa, as we like to boast that we are the giants of Africa. I don't know really what we expect from this jumbleness that we have at our fore. What do we expect from our leaders? What do we expect from them in a fight against America, even a diplomatic fight? What do we expect? Our country is full of minerals that we haven't been using because there was oil. And whilst there was oil, we just forgot about everything else. We forgot about the people in the land. We forgot about our education. We forgot about all our minerals that could give our people life. Bitumen, the second largest in the world. Lithium, the best quality lithium in the world. Bonny Light crude is the best or second best light sweet crude oil in the world. Why has God gifted us all these things? Why? Why do we have this in our land? I don't know the questions that we are trying to answer here. We bicker a lot. And if we just try to look at things plainly, we have been given everything, man. We've been given everything, yet we are moaning. We're moaning only because our people are wicked. I don't care who, Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani. We are wicked. We just want to dominate. And we won't try to dominate the dominator, the Oyimbos or the Chinese or whoever in the world. We only want to dominate ourselves. The giant of Africa. What the hell does that mean? That means you're the giant of the midget bunch. You are all midgets, and the one who believes he's bigger, he calls himself the giant. Meanwhile, the rest of the world is happening. You know, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. What's going to go on in Nigeria, I believe, reticently, because I would wish for a quite different proposition. I would wish that we were stronger and we knew our strength and we gave ourselves the respect that we truly deserve. But no, we give respect outside to foreigners and we believe that foreigners are better than us, apart from if you're another African. I think that we're kind of doomed, I'm afraid. I think we're doomed. And I hate saying what I'm saying at the time, this moment. I can't see us organizing in such a way that it's going to benefit us and our people. I can't see it. We can't even agree here amongst 6, 7, 10 people, whatever it is. We can't even, when I say agree, I mean have a good conversation, come from our own aspects of how things go, and then arrive at a modicum of understanding about each other. We don't want to understand each other. When we argue, we really do argue to argue. We don't argue to concede a point. You have a good point there. I think you might be right. Actually, the way you put that across to me now, I understand completely what you're saying. This is not our style. Our style is to keep our ignorance and try to push our ignorance upon someone else. It's pathetic. You know, I hate coming here and sounding like village headmaster. I don't like it. I want to speak to men who are really men and who understand that we are the fathers of the nation. This is our time. This is our time. It's not our parents' time. Again, they've done what they can do. As much as we want to complain about it, there's an awful lot to applaud our parents' generation for still. I don't think our pride is based on achievement. Our pride is pride for pride's sake. Emptiness. The way this guy speak the truth. I don't know if you recognize that since he's been on, he's a quite quiet speaker. He has certain things to say that people may like or dislike, but he's normally quiet in his nature. He's been raising his voice sometimes, but right now, over the last, I think 3 or 4 times that I've heard him recently, his voice is now loud, like everyone else's. Loud. ready to shout, because that's the only way we can exist amongst each other. If you're quiet, if you're too quiet as a Nigerian, you're not looked upon. You're totally unrecognizable. You're not recognized.
Try to keep it
can't be
so that
quiet.
others can speak. Thank you for that, Jago.
I hope you're hearing me.
We can hear you. We heard your elderly advice. Advice. You're welcome, Jago.
Even can I just land and say even Omori is there comfortably, and he knows I will come to an end very soon. All I want to say is we have to just respect each other as men. I don't know this old man. I don't feel old. I don't feel old. I'm ill. I have an illness which I'm getting over and getting stronger, but I'm not old. I'm just past an age of carrying a rifle and going to war. I'm past that stage, and I don't want Nigeria to go into any conflict nationally or internationally. But it seems to me that we are going there. We're going there with blindfolds, and we're just entering. And what we're going to come across, we are not going to like. I end there. Thank you.
Jago, I agree with you on that last point.
Comrade,
that is what it seems.
Omorui, I noticed that One Africa didn't answer the question whether they prefer to see Tinubu head first, then their own next. Because when some people are happy that, although he did say that he doesn't support foreigners.
He's disingenuous. He's supporting.
Don't do that now. AY, come on, man. Leave the guy alone. We don't need this anymore. You see, he's already unmuted his mic.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's go to Omori. Omori,
how about okay, that's fine. You see, I've been saying this consistently that I don't support foreigners. No. So hold on. I don't support any foreign country coming into Nigeria to invade Nigeria. People have been saying, you don't mean it, you don't mean it. The same thing. An Igbo man comes to Nigeria and says anything, you're not part of us, you're not part of us. But now, if I say I want Trump to come and invade Nigeria, then people will say, oh, you're not a nice guy. You don't have you don't have any.
You are not a straightforward person. That's why people.
What do you mean by not straightforward?
You are very disingenuous.
Do you know me personally? What disrespect is that? Do you know who I am?
AY,
you don't know me, right? Just because I come to the show, you think you can disrespect me? You're calling me disingenuous because I'm in the show with you. You're disrespecting me. I don't understand, and I demand that you apologize to me. I've never called you disingenuous. Have I? Do you know me? Why do you impugn my character?
Hold on. Let me.
What disrespect is this? Hold on. I say something. He says, "Oh, we can't trust you." It's the same narrative that Nigerians say about Igbos. We don't trust you. An Igbo person can be trusted.
I don't think it's because you are Igbo. I don't think
it's actually because I am Igbo.
Let me.
If I don't agree,
see one Africa. Hold on. AY, please apologize for calling him disingenuous. He never did call you that. He did try to remain respectful to you to an extent, even if he disagreed with you. So please withdraw that statement.
I withdraw the statement. Sorry.
Thank you for that.
Are you okay now? Sleep well.
Can you? Why did you just leave OD alone? You guys need to. Are you dragging a woman or something? Can you just leave OD alone? I disagree with OD too, but you don't see me calling him names like that. Let it go, please. Comrade Omorui, thank you for joining us. So what do you make of this invasion? I really don't know your view properly on this, actually. What do you
can I just say this? I beg your pardon, forefather. All our politics, it's only because he's part of the panel that I need to respond to him, because he's not good at listening. He's good at saying things that are untrue, and then he will say that I can only discuss with my equal. Damned idiot. He said that he's giving us a list of where there's the most lithium. Did I say that Nigeria has the most lithium, or did I say it has the lithium? You know, this is Nigerian. This is, I just have to say, I don't normally respond to idiots in the
It's on
panel.
the chat anyway. It's on the chat. It's okay.
No, but you know,
yeah, but my response is not on the chat.
This is just a follow up.
I'm sorry. AY has to speak, please.
No, let's say why I'm talking about other politics. No. He's been calling us names.
We don't have a lot of time here. We don't have a lot of time to address.
But you gotta call him out. You can't be calling us names on the comment section.
After Comrade speaks, we'll deal with that. Comrade, please go ahead. Because I really don't know your view on this. You could land either way. Please go ahead.
Yeah, forefather, nobody is a baby here. Don't pretend that you don't know my view on this. You took me out 2 consecutive times because I interjected intermittently. And since then, people have been interjecting one another. You didn't take nobody out. I'm not on your payroll. I'm not a baby. I'm not your houseboy. Even if I'm on your payroll, I deserve some respect. You know, I don't know, because you are moderating does not make you king over us. You know, not even my king, the greatest king in my land, who oppressed me. As powerful as Tony Aneni was, I had the gut, as small as I was, to challenge him. So nobody can bully me to a corner. So that is just no. You, the only lady that was in our midst, you were the one complaining that we don't have enough time for this show. So when you were about starting the show, I was about telling you, like, to be able to utilize the time we have judiciously, please minimize the way you interrupt people. You came up with a long intro. AY just barely finished talking. You went into another intro. I was trying to caution you from a genuine heart of love. You know, I wasn't trying to attack you. Even when we're in the other show, I had already cautioned you jokingly. I was already telling you, don't monopolize the discussion. Make it a dialogue, not a monologue. I didn't mean any harm.
I know you probably didn't mean it, but you kept doing it, so that's why I felt like, okay, you were being
you kept picking me out. My brother, I was interjecting people here. You kept him there, you know, indefinitely without taking any other person out. Please, I'm not your mate. I should be. I don't know if you are senior to me. They are not a baby. I know my age. You are not feeding me, and nobody is paying me here. I've been here since morning. I barely took time to go take a shower and, you know, get some food, and I came back. I came here because of the way I've seen the owner of the channel. I don't think I've ever been to your channel one day, and I will never be there. You know, I went to all my politics one day. I saw what he stood for, and that was my last time there. I had one-on-one with him. I asked him certain questions. Does it mean to you how people look at you? Does it mean to you how people see you on your channel? Does it mean to you? Yeah, I just discovered he doesn't care. You know, and that was my last time there. So I'm not looking for where to go. Please, it's not a big deal to be a moderator. So the only lady that was in our midst, that was my greatest faith. You can talk to me man on man. You ended up calling that lady your mumu, your mumu. I
didn't call her mumu. I said
okay, it's okay. It's okay.
But I even apologize for that.
She's a Nigerian. You wouldn't call Nigerians mumu. She's a Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian too, which means you ended up calling everybody mumu. It's okay.
It was
it's
the
okay.
heat of the moment, and I did apologize. So
okay, it's okay. Apology accepted. But then nobody is on your payroll here. I'm not a baby here. Nobody, not even governor of my state, will intimidate me. I could be very skinny and very smallish in size. I don't take bully. I don't take intimidation from anybody. And it affected me politically. That's where I am today. I could stand up and challenge the national chairman of a party. I don't care. So long as I'm standing for the truth, I tell you the truth. You are here trying to impose your. I know you are pained. Nobody ordinarily, nobody wants. See, I think my brother Ewa was here during the campaign. If what we did against Trump was enough to stop him, I don't think we'll be there. In fact, I had a problem with Kenya one day. I called the Kenya all sorts of names for supporting a bully like Donald Trump. Then we could not stop him. The MAGA wanted him. You know, I thought MAGA was only a Nigerian language, which means people that fall Mugu for internet fraud. I never knew we could also have MAGA, real MAGA in America. But today is the president. I don't support it. I don't have personal hatred for Trump. I don't just like his style, But today is the president. I can't change that. What I mean by this little intro, I want to quickly address my brother Odi or One Africa. So please, this idea you made a point that I've not been comfortable with. Since you mentioned it tonight, it's an opportunity for me to respond. Please don't allow anybody to bully you Most of us were born into polygamous, we are from polygamous background. That your dad or your siblings don't like you, does not make you chicken out. Don't let anybody to bully you. Nigeria is not friendly to the Igbo. We know Nigeria has the Igbo phobia. We know, but when people come for protest, no, we should not go. If we go now, we they go kill. Nobody writes Nigeria Igbo for head now. If you begin to do that, you are just either you are chicken out or you are yielding to the disposition of your oppressor. Don't let anybody don't go. Oh, the person mentioned will be to lead there something. If a big go now, they will blacklist. You already giving them what they want to do. That's what they want. They want to bully you to a corner so that you remain there. You remain so subservient to them. You don't have so that you lose your voice. Don't allow anybody to take your voice from you. Some people feel I'm too loud. You work against me in school. You work against me in politics. Today, it does not change who I am. I don't talk so that people can applaud me. Please, I don't know how I can sound it. Please, my Igbo brothers, don't allow Nigerian situation to bully you to a corner. Don't allow them to bust you to a corner where your voice will be silent. Stand up for your voice. That was why I supported revolution last week. People are destroying our house. If you talk now, they want you to be silent. Don't allow them to silence you. Hey, you will be giving them, you'll be falling into the trap they have already set for you. Just on the lighter note. Please, I'm beginning to, I'm happy tonight that a lot of people who have lost their voices over the years, when people were being wasted, lives were being wasted in Nigeria, they are beginning to get their voice now because because Trump has threatened them. I think this is a good one. Even if this is the end of the trend, I think Trump has succeeded. Jagabanda does not talk to Nigerians. That he didn't compare to Nigerians. He all the same, he won election. I mean, I said earlier that we should not dwell in their war. Earlier this afternoon. Both those people know what they are doing. Do you remember, even at a point, they were almost using this same man, this same Jagaban, against Burkina Faso. If not for northern resistance, Tinubu was ready to go into war with Burkina Faso. The same West were ready to use him. So he's a pure agent of the West. We are dealing with a pure agent of the West. So this is not going to end in our favor. They are not coming. America is not coming to put troops on the ground. Don't be deceived. Trump is a bully. He will bully this guy to a corner. And they understand this guy very well because they have so much things against him. He's going to negotiate on the head of Nigeria. Either way, we are going to be the loser. We the people. He has nothing to lose. They have one thing in common. Both of them are, they have one thing in common. They are very transactional in nature. One is ready to give everything so long as he makes him safe and keep his office. He knows that. The other one is ready to ask for anything, even when he needs the country is crippled economically and otherwise. So they're going to reach agreement. Don't be surprised. So nobody is happy that Trump is coming to Nigeria. If you see the panicking everywhere, you see the panicking, they were deceiving themselves before. The responses from Paya Nonuga and Co. It was like, oh, they can't. Now they are beginning to change their language. So if this is the only thing Trump has succeeded in doing, I think he has achieved a lot. So I said that we should not die in their war. We should not die in their war. They know what they are doing. These are two bad guys. One is issuing threat. The other one is ready to yield. He has yielded already. He can negotiate Nigeria away for his own selfish benefit. That is the kind of person Jagaban is. Jagaban believes...
Omori, hold on. What if, let's say, when Trump threatened Nigeria, all Nigerians rallied around Tinubu? What could that mean? That's a hypothetical, very, very crazy hypothetical. That is.
Yeah, let me this is a very good.
What would that mean?
This is a very good question. Rally Tinubu for what? You can talk about being patriotic to Nigeria, not a rally around Tinubu on what ground? Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Let me make it
to Nigeria. That's the
that's the reason why they do that. It's not because of
him. No, not to Tinubu. He does not deserve that. Let me make it easy for you.
Not because of him. But the question is, what would be the implication of that? Because there's a danger, there's a potential that because of that, you might co-opt a leader that would want to sell the people away to say, you know what, maybe I should think that maybe I shouldn't have to sell. You see what I mean? So maybe our own reaction will even make it more likely they will sell out.
Let me quickly answer that. There are people who believe the wealth they have stolen is enough to oppress every other person. They believe they can buy their way through every situation. To answer your question vividly, Buhari was there. Buhari gave us every reason that he wasn't ready to deal with the necessary wastage of life. He went as far as telling us Jonathan was killing his brothers. Attack on Boko Haram and terrorism was attack on their people, right? There were a lot of work that were done. My anger with this administration. I'm not saying this whole thing started with Tinubu, but there were certain things that were done on ground he would have been able to leverage on to make the situation easier. So we know why Buhari could not act. Muslim brothers, the Northern brothers, and he gave us every reason not to act. In fact, there was a time he even negotiated on their behalf. But we also had somebody on Channels television, somebody that was not supposed to put his face out. He told us there no meeting of investigation they did. Names were mentioned. They had names, the list given to the federal government that were involved in terrorism, in this unnecessary carnage. Tinubu came on board. And people like Galadima told us why they came, why they did what they did, how they brought these people into the country. You guys were selling. Nobody's talking about those. Galadima recently told us how they came to Kwara, why they felt Tinubu, Obasanjo was not doing enough. He was supporting OPC, his people. How they came to Kwara, how they brought Tinubu, the Buhari to come and do the dirty job for them. They said they had two options, either through the barrels of the gun or through the ballot box. They went to beg Buhari because they felt he was the one that would be strong enough to protect this carnage. We're all quiet. We are not talking. I expected Tinubu to act on those investigations as soon as he came on board. But what did he do? He's also protecting them. A situation where you put canopies, where you make bandits to pepper soup and jollificate every time, you invite them with their super muscles with sophisticated weapons in the presence of a government representative. You celebrate banditry. You put these other people in incarceration for 10 years. You don't allow them. You don't even try them if you feel they have done anything wrong. And those that have been tried in the past, you let them go. You granted them amnesty. As your fellow drug dealers, murderers, you let them go. People are complaining. You went to Benue. You were telling them it's not what the people. He who wears the shoe know where he pitches. You were telling them that they should learn how to live with their neighbors. You didn't even go to the community that were mostly affected. You gave all manner of fleecing excuses. Nobody is happy that Trump is coming to Nigeria. So if this was not enough for you, to answer your question, we don't have any reason to rally around Tinubu. He's not a human being. He's worse than Trump. He's worse than every other. He's worse than the Fulani herdsmen on their own. He's worse than the killers. For supporting them, he's complicit in whatever carnage, that the wastage of life that has been happening to Nigeria. So he doesn't deserve to rally around him for what? He barely 2 years into your administration.
It's not a certainty. I'm saying that could that have
I'm answering your question. Let me answer your question. Barely 2 years into your administration, we have been given a mandate. No matter how you got it, it doesn't matter at this time. Because you went through the process of the court, you stole a mandate. Court said, go ahead with it. Every day we come online to talk about state capture. The Nigerian police is no longer there. His houseboy that has been with him since 1999 is the IG. Supposed to be retired, he's retained. That is the greatest problem they have with Omoyele Sowore. That's by the wayside. The court is gone. You have the lives of Wike and his wife. You've heard that the one man came to Senate to say, look at how we have been defending their stolen mandate for them. My wife was in the appeal court. Look at what your voice all your voices were silent. You didn't react to things like that. Now somebody is threatening from outside. Do we even need to wait till somebody threaten us from outside before we start reacting? I don't understand the kind of politics we are playing here. So now somebody is trying to say, if you don't sit right, if you don't get your ass, up and do the needful, I will come and deal with you. It's not coming. It's just a mere threat. We are here. We are panicking. We are panicking. If this is the only thing that will make Tinubu to sit up and listen to Nigerians, instead of Tinubu campaigning to Nigerians, he went to London to Chatham House and talk to his Western collaborators. He never campaigned to us one day because we're not important. You're telling me to rally around Tinubu on what ground?
No, I'm not saying you should rally around it, but it's okay.
He's telling Nigeria, I'm in Nigeria. He's telling Nigeria to rally around Tinubu. You're invariably telling me to rally around Tinubu on what ground?
I'm not saying you should rally around it. We don't know
to make the case even worse.
Experiment, but
to make the case even worse. To make the case even worse.
I think we are not. We don't have a lot of time. This thing.
Yeah, I just want to conclude by this. I want to conclude by saying this. You want to stifle the political space. You want to bust everybody to a corner, to one party state. 2 months ago, I said it wasn't good for anybody. It's not good for opposition. It's not good for the party in power either. Because there's what we call a state of equilibrium. There's a limit to which you can push even a goat. If it gets to the wall, it will advance back at you. Constraining the political space is not good for him. The coup rumor you're talking about is just the beginning. More will come. It's not because you don't allow people to ventilate their anger. You don't allow room for distant voices. What you get will be disastrous and catastrophic. I know he doesn't care. So long as he remains there, it doesn't matter. We support what is happening elsewhere. What Mandela did in South Africa, what they are doing in Tanzania. If it comes to us, we begin to pick and choose. We begin to divide ourselves and we're giving them more power. Mr. Odi, don't allow them to tell you are Igbo. Don't even feel you are inferior to anybody. Don't allow them to bully you, man. I'm angry because of that thing.
Let me just make about four statements.
No, sorry. We don't have a lot of time.
No, just you told me I could respond. You mentioned me. That would not be fair. Let me respond.
I'll give you a chance to respond. Let this thing, because we'll have our chance to do closing remarks. Support the diaspora voting. Please, are you there? So Trump has now threatened to attack the country. Some people are for it. Some people are halfway saying they are not for it, but they are for it. While others are downright like, are you out of your mind? So what do you make out of it?
What do you mean halfway?
Some people are funny like that. They're like, I'm not saying they should attack Nigeria, but
well, hello everybody. But the thing is this here. First and first, Nigerians are sort of funny people that if something happens that you like, you forget about law, how things are supposed to work. But if it doesn't favor you, then you start quoting the law. Yeah, the law says, yes, whatever. How can Trump attack another sovereign country? Where? Why? How? What business do Trump have to attack Nigeria? You understand? The best you can do is to sanction them. Sanction the country, with cut ties with them. If you say you're giving them aid, don't give them aid. If you say you sanction them and maybe make other countries to boycott them or whatever, you have no business to even send army to that country. To do what? I don't understand. When the country did not even ask you first for support. So going there with your army by force, for me, it's an act of terrorism. And that can even lead to war. We know that, yes, we don't have the wherewithal to stand them ideally, but country to country wise, that will cause war. You understand? Just like, say, there's chaos now in Russia. US cannot wake up tomorrow and say, no, the case in Russia, okay, we are sending army to go there and go and do you want to die? You understand? So they know we are nobody, which pains me a lot about black people. Like we're just like savages in this world. Everybody's just looking. Days ago now, I'm just hearing the owner of Manchester City is the one sponsoring the terrorism in Sudan. Like you know, like why Africa? Why are we just? Why are we just experiment lab rats for other people, other parts of the world? So to your question again, let me not derail too much. Trump has no rights. In as much as yes, we know say we don't know ourselves. You understand when it comes to governance. Yeah, one can say yes, come and help and assist. But like you have no, even the time during was it? I think that was whose tenor was it when they kidnapped somebody in Niger and they held the person hostage in Nigeria. Then American Navy SEALs came. 30 of them just came, removed the guy, and just went back. Nobody knew. Nobody said anything. And then in the same country, those people cannot even enter the country without clearance from the state security service. You understand? So, but they just came, took that guy, rescued the guy from the Boko Haram dungeon, and went back. And Nigeria, you heard about it. Case closed. Media did not even say anything. Everybody just went on their way. Why? Because it's America. So I know we don't know ourselves. So we have to say if I support it. No, I don't support. What we just have to do is to, Nigeria. I don't know. Nigeria is just because shit. Look, I see no reason why, if your mate is doing something, you bust your ass, make sure that you catch up with your mate. If some people around you are doing something progressive, you bust your ass, you go to any length to make sure that you protect your family, you do this and that. Why is it that this is not happening for the nation? Like Nigerians are just docile. We don't want to even push to make sure, yes, like we do stuff. Okay, now, when I mean Nigeria, I'm not talking about Nigerian government. The people, you understand, really coming out to push to like hold this government responsible. How many? We've seen countries, African countries do this in our eye. The last one is just Madagascar. Where's the president now? It don't run. They don't even come out. They don't even come out citizenship for the president and say the guy is no longer a citizen of Madagascar. Make it go remain for France where they. These are countries who mean well for their country, the citizens. But Nigeria, I think maybe we are supposed to be another race, just Nigerians, another race from Africa. We are just born with different species, different breed, different blood. I don't know the kind of people we are at all. This is just a country where things just happen. We just say, and everything is just normal to Nigerians. Everything is just normal. Just because of what? In the name of you want to make money, you want to feel okay, it's not your business. But not knowing that, look, I'm just saying Nigeria, look, when the chips will be down with these economies, with these Western countries, when the chips will be down, like, okay, everybody face your business. I wonder if that's the time we will not come together in Nigeria. I don't think we won't come together. So it won't be the models to almost scatter those. Okay, now since Nigeria is chaos, let's just scatter Kukuma. I guess that will be the point we'll get to. So it's just a shame that we hear this kind of stuff and Nigeria, because for me, I see myself as a Nigerian. I mean, I'm not a person who backs down. I'm somebody who fights. Like I'm this person, like, no, my own no go spoil. Even in my feed, I always make sure that, look, among my contemporaries, I did push myself, make I try. Let me be outstanding. Like, yeah, I did try for my job, for my whatever. I did make sure, say yes, if I deliver projects, clients are happy. I just try to push, make sure, yes, customer satisfaction. I just, like, when I mean, like, uplift my game, put on my A game first, just because I just want, I empty everything around me to be okay. You understand? So even sometimes the way to put, like, you don't be like Nigerian, bless you be Jamaican, like you just be different Nigerian. So of course, like, why can't you just be normal? Why is it like because I'm not a bit like Nigerian, so being Nigerian is abnormal? So if you're trying to be a normal person now, you're not acting like a Nigerian. Those kind of stuff pisses me off.
I think we'll probably make a proper show of talking about our egotistical, silent, tribal supremacist this thing, because there is this thing that we do that is very corrosive, where we feel like we are all that. Anything somebody says to us, we hold grudges. It's like it's too strong within us. It's really, that force is too strong within us. And for people that have barely anything to crow about, I don't know why we have so much of it. And so maybe we'll have a conversation about that. And I really appreciate your contribution.
Look, my brother, look, it's like if you say if you say deep dive, like we're not stuck in a place. It's okay, maybe we are stuck now. Okay, maybe it's time for we to get our ass together and start going up back. No, it's just nose diving, just free fall. Like it's every day, not even every month or every president that comes in. Every day it gets worse. The situation that it was when Buhari first entered, the first month, you understand, it was far better than the day he left, the last month he left office. You understand? So it's from Buhari, from the beginning of Buhari is better than the end of Buhari. Same thing with Tinubu. Tinubu just entered now. You understand? His beginning is even better than the worst right now. You start coming up with policies. You want to this money, your money, everything. You increase tax, So I told her, Nigeria, man, look, if I tell people like this support diaspora voting that I'm telling you guys about, it's just like Nigeria, we're so docile, like we don't even see, okay, why, what should we do? Nothing. I strongly speak about support diaspora voting because, like, look, everybody in diaspora, we are so, I can say we are comfortable. Maybe yes, some people might not be getting it all well in diaspora, but everybody just keeping up, we just try to move on. Yeah, but for majority of the people outside Nigeria, do you know how many millions of Nigerians outside Nigeria? Do you know how many millions of Nigeria that is in Africa, within African states? Not talk of Asia or South America, North America, or even Europe. Do you know how many Nigerians? Now imagine. If not for the fact that everybody is just with this bad mindset that we have against each other, like I want to be better than my neighbor. We just want to be so individualistic that we want to hustle our own individually and make sure that yes, I want to say I better pass my neighbor, I get money, I do it pass my neighbor. Because you can't say same for Indians and Chinese. No matter how rich they are, they humble themselves towards each other. They come together, they support each other, they pass information around each other. But black people, especially Nigerians, let me know who say black. Because other African nations, I can see them coming together. They have a sense of unity, a sense of purpose to chase, fight against oppressors. They have it. See Cameroon right now, where it's popular. The country say no, for what? Why? Why? See Tanzania. The woman enter now. Look at Tanzania. Tanzania is born like why? But Nigeria, nothing, not even like, and people just agitated for nothing.
And this president Tinubu of a president seems to have heralded a very, very terrible time when all the omens were great for him. And I said it before, he had it in him to be the greatest president of Nigeria, but instead he chose a path. I don't know what part he's playing. Maybe all this is all orchestrated for all we know. They have reasons why all this is happening, because after all, this is a man that was willing to fight on behalf of the West against Niger and the others, and now he's the one being threatened. Why? You have to ask yourself. The first time Nigeria has overtly been threatened by America with military action that is actually real is what's under his presidency. This is what we are living through. And you know, we have been on this panel when I've asked many times, oh, do you think we have any external enemies? People think we don't. And they want us to remain like that still. You know, I have 1,000 shows to do to truly understand people. I can't understand you.
Fathers, can I just, I wanted to, and unfortunately, this guy, Comrade, is gone. He made, there's a point he made. And,
I'm here, bro.
Oh, good, yeah. Comrade, sorry, I support diaspora.
We really focus on.
I support diaspora voting. Let me just say something, please, so that I want Comrade to hear this. Look, and it's important to remember history. I'm a student of history, and I always refer to that anytime I speak. The only set of people in Nigeria that have fought against imperialism in Nigeria are the Igbos, the eastern part of Nigeria. They've gone to war and died about maybe 3 million people.
You mean the civil war?
Of course. It was a war against imperialism.
See,
it was a war. Let me land.
We were fighting, we were disgracing ourselves. That's
let
what
me just land.
We are doing it again. We're not fighting.
Can I land?
Can I land? Odi, listen. Before you land, just continue like this. Odi, just listen. You see, it's also part of the problem, yeah? When you speak like this. Yeah.
No. I have to land my point.
No, hold on.
You have to allow me to land. Then you can. The problem is when someone says things you don't agree. You guys, you don't want the person to finish the point.
Odi, sorry, about that. It is your takeoff. Yeah. Sometimes.
No. I'm trying to make a point. Okay. I have respect for you, man.
Let me see your landing anyway. But
let me land. Then you can now see because so let me say this. Why I'm saying this is comrade, look, and he said it from a good place in his heart, and I agree with many of the things he said. He said that, I should not be silenced or feel that I'm lower than anybody. Trust me, the Igbo man does not feel anybody's bigger than him. And I'm just trying to say it just for posterity. I don't feel that we're being silenced. Most Igbos feel that they have done their own part. Now they have lost the war. They're just watching a movie. I'm telling you, this, people are saying, oh, that you want your country to be attacked. Well, we were attacked by Britain in 1967. People fought. The fight was about the crude oil in the Delta. And that fight, 3 million people lost their lives. And now people are trying to gaslight people or say, that you people don't want to be patriotic. What amount of patriotism did people want for people to give 3 million lives to say we don't want the West to control our resources? That war was a war of resources. What I'm saying is that
Odi, that is not necessarily accurate. The war wasn't supposed to happen even. It was because of the pogroms.
It was just media propaganda.
The war was going to be over if the West did not intervene. That's what I'm saying.
Think about it though. What is happening there is about to happen again. Both sides were colonialists. The people that were supporting the Biafra and the people that were supporting the Nigerian government, they were all on the same side. And this is what I keep trying to impress. It happened before.
No, you're not making the point.
Telling me, was it Russia that was funding the Biafra or Israel and France?
Nobody. Biafra was making their Biafra was not. Biafra was making their own. Biafra was barely not supported by anybody.
The French supported them and Israel supported them.
No. Israel was actually fighting a war in 1967. If you don't remember,
you know that.
Yeah, Israel did, but what kind of support? Israel supported Biafra briefly. Israel was at war in 1967. France was dubious. What I'm saying, what I'm saying is that no one should say that I'm trying to lay this marker to say no, diaspora, you weren't here when all this discussion. It's as if, oh, you guys are not being patriotic. I'm saying, or fighting for the black man. People have already fought and died. What they are saying, and they were betrayed by their brothers. What were they saying is, when we have to do this again.
That's what I said you were wrong. Don't put it in like these people. No. That's you are wrong because.
But that's what it was. I don't know what we have to tell ourselves the truth, brother.
My brother, listen. If today this social media that we have today, yeah, if it was existing back then, there wouldn't have been any war.
Are you? Oh no! Don't.
Just listen. Just hold on. Just listen. Just hold on. There would have been any war. People would have been well informed. You understand? Even if there was, probably there would be way more less casualty, if at all. You understand? But I wanted to tell you, like, this war was supported by two external powerful people. Not okay. One wasn't powerful. South Africa and France was on the same team, while the British and America was on, or whether British was on that team.
Let me list the country now. Israel gave them weapons.
Do you get?
Portugal supported. South Africa.
Please, let's not go into this war. Let's forget civil war.
I'm not even talking about.
It's just dragging us back.
Who was on the ground?
Issues, man.
So the idea is that the reason why I highlighting that is because similar events is about to occur. The same type of people that are on both sides of the conflict are allies. You see, Israel and America were allies, but yet America and Israel was on opposite sides of the war. Portugal was part of NATO, but yet they were on the other side of the war. It's like that's why I tell them the Tinubu that they are saying they want to fight against, they are all on the same side. Which country does Tinubu travel to? It's all Western nations. They are all on the same side. And we are thinking that whatever these people are going to do is going to be good for us. No, it's not. And okay, let's use 1 minute to round up and end the show. Please.
Odi, can I just say this?
Can
I just say this? Wait, Odi, wait, bros. I'm afraid you can't have both sides of the argument. You said earlier that in Nigeria I was a second-class citizen, which is why Comrade asked you to feel emboldened. And then you said that as an Igbo man or as an Easterner, we're not afraid of anybody, this, that, and the other one. And then you went on to the Igbos are the only ones. For me, that language of Igbo rhetoric, I
said
can't stand
Easterners.
it.
I said Easterners.
Because
it's the same thing. I mean, what is the same thing? What are you talking about?
Wait, please. You can't have both sides of the argument. You can't. You have to realize that the war took place. The world was looking to see how they can take advantage of our fight. So they positioned themselves at each end to see whoever wins. And they supported that.
But why do you say
No, that's not true. Jagun, that's not true.
Sorry, One Africa. Why do you say he can't take both positions? Because you can not be afraid of people, and people
No.
still
You see, there's a way. No, I believe that war, there's a way that people claim victory and victimhood at the same time. You can't do that. You can't. You have to understand and stand your position in truth. You can't be a victim and a victor. You can't.
Let me
it's
tell
one or
you
the other.
something.
They never said they are a victor. He just said they were not afraid of anything.
No, he didn't.
Look,
he
let me
didn't.
tell you something.
From one angle.
Let me tell you something. This war is that you're saying that's disgusting to you. That's fair. Let me tell you something. This way we discuss this war, will decide how we feel about each other. Whether you think, oh no, like, why are they talking about this again? Well, this is, if we're going to learn, forefather keeps saying something, we don't learn from our past. Let me tell you, anything that is going to happen now, we got to go back to our past and look at our mistakes and learn from it. Thank you.
Odi, see, listen, sometimes I just...
Well, that's good. I just hope that people are doing that. Because it seems to me that people haven't learned anything.
Diaspora voting, maybe you should speak last now because it's 1 minute round up time now. Maybe
No, I just know because hold on, sorry, no, I will just let me just quickly tip you that. Like what Omori said, you understand? He also told you, like, look, sometimes you think if you say you want to learn from your past and you sit back, as if every other persons come out in Nigeria now that feel aggrieved and decide to go for a change in Nigeria and Nigerians become better tomorrow, that you will say, no, let me sit down back. I don't want to be part of it. I mean, does that even make sense to you? Somebody is like, look, Nigeria is at its worst right now, it's on its knees. And everybody's feeling the brunch. Like, everybody come out, stop being docile. Whether you're in Nigeria or you're in diaspora, let's put our hands together and let's change this thing for the better. It's going to bite us at the long run, except we want to die here, not going back to Nigeria ever again to see our loved ones or relative, whatever. Except we want to die and forget about where we come from. This is going to bite us later. Somebody say you come out, you are saying no, we want to learn from the past, we want to sit back and learn from the past. What's sitting back as what? Okay, now, if all of us now decide now to go and confront Nigerian president that like what you are doing is not right, which all of us they will not see our face? Oh, you are Igbo, you are not Igbo, you are Hausa. Which I don't understand. What are you talking about? You are learning from the past, you want to sit back because you've learned from who are you? Who are you that they will not think of your face, they will not look at your face.
Adi, let me ask a question. Do you think
support the problem? Take it easy. We don't want you to go.
Adi, let me ask a quick question.
See, problem. It pays when if people are trying to fight for togetherness. And that's where Nigeria and black people has problem. They don't ever come together.
Adi, let me ask you a quick. Let me ask you a quick question.
I feel your passion. Believe me, I was very enraged earlier on. So please, let me
ask you a quick question. Do you think that when the Civil War happened, do you think the eastern part of Nigeria, comprises...
Don't do that. Hold on. We are trying to round up. One minute, please.
All right, so let me use my 1 minute. Like, let me use my 1 minute. Like, how are you moderating like this? What does that even make sense?
No. I just want to get clarification.
No, what you just did does it even make sense? Because I'm asking, dude. If I'm asking a question, I'm not an idiot, okay? When I'm asking a question, I try to be civil and I try to ask thought-provoking questions. I don't come here to just misbehave.
You are being civil. All I wanted to
All right, so
highlight
let me, when I ask a question, just because you don't like the person or you don't like the question,
stop it, man. I just want to round up. Stop it.
This is what I said. Okay, I said this is why I tell you guys, always gauge the temperature. And Jargon repeats this all the time. Gauge the room, read the room.
I'm trying to round up. Don't tell me how to moderate. I'm trying to round up. Just stop it. I just said it earlier on that we need to round up, and you want to start another.
And I wanted to. We would have not gone into this if I. Let me just ask. Exactly. Let me just ask all these. The question. It's a simple question.
I need to round up and get on today.
Listen. You got it, man. You got it. Go ahead. Enjoy the shit.
I really appreciate that. Please, AY, have your 1 minute. Since people are finding difficult to even have 1 minute, this is roundup statements now.
So myself and Femi will be the only quiet people on this platform today.
Quiet but most dangerous.
Support that one, Boti. You actually spoke well today. I don't know what the king, maybe the queen, gave you to eat today. That's good. So, Forefather, Mario, is 1 minute or 2 minutes? 1 minute?
It's 1 minute. It's 1 minute round up for everybody.
So what I'm gonna say, right? So I'm not fighting with anyone, right? I just want the good of my country, of my people. Anybody that is coming from my country, I will definitely go against you. The other thing, yesterday we were having discussions here. I make mention of something here. I remember saying that Dangote Refinery is an indigenous company, but almost all of you disagree. I don't know why you could disagree. I think you guys should look that up. Dangote Refinery is an indigenous company. I know
who's arguing
BBR, One Africa, all of them, they said no, it's not. So
I said that, or Jide said it, and I was telling them.
No, not you. Sorry, BBI, Jide, and One Africa. So they.
Why would I know the meaning of indigenous?
Sorry, you know it's your friend now. So if I don't see Jide, I will know.
So that was bad.
So that's for that, right? But one thing that is very important, to be honest, we can't allow anybody to push our country to war. This is a very serious matter. No country, we're not going to survive another civil war. What Jago said was, he was very on point when he said that the way it's going, it seems we are almost there. I fear that too. I fear that we might be headed for another war. Please, it's not going to favor anybody. If you think it's going to favor you, it will not favor the north, it will not favor the south, it will not favor the east, it will not favor the west. It's not going to favor anybody. So let's try to look for a way to manage our situation. It's better as it is today. It's going to affect all of us. If you think you are in abroad, your family are there. If your direct family, your extended family are there, it's going to hit everybody. So thank you. That's my 1 minute.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Femi, as always, the gentleman of the panel. So your 1 minute, please.
You need to apologize to Femi. You attacked Femi today.
What is it? Look at that. I didn't insult him, but I did try to make peace with him. I didn't I? This is Femi.
Femi, I apologize on his behalf. Don't mind the guy.
What do you mean? I didn't insult him.
Okay,
he wasn't happy with the way I was moderating. That was it.
So yes, I would end on this note. Yesterday morning, I met with a guy. He's from Ogoja. He's not Yoruba. I intentionally say these things when I say them, since we like to be tribalistic, right?
I don't know where. Trap.
No, me too. I want to be petty sometimes. I'm just being. Look, I'm just being cynical. You don't understand me.
I feel you. No, dude,
I'm just being cynical. Bro, not be my fault. I don't blame you.
I feel 100%.
Please just bear with me. That's not important, right? So it's useless information, but it's it's vital to my thought process in the face of all of the things that continues to go on in Africa and in Nigeria. Rightfully, because just like someone would say, I think it's Jagun that really highlights this, and it kind of pains me truly when I meditate and think about things like this. That whilst the likes of Hyderabad came from nothing to become a major IT hub, we are busy with all of the shenanigans that we continue to practice in Nigeria. Anyway, where the meeting with that guy comes into play is a very good friend of mine. Is something we've been thinking about for a long time, and it's one thing to think about something, is another thing to actually do it. That in as much as we might have our issues, be it in Nigeria or Ghana or whatever, there are people like the current Minister of Communications, Bosun Tinjani, who is quietly but surely doing things, and he did a lot of things. He even criticized Tinubu before Tinubu made him minister, irrespective of the criticisms. And we are trying to tap into what some of these guys, he and some of the other guys, are returned back to Nigeria, including I think it's the guy that started Flutterwave and the Andela guys and what have you. The only reason why I'm mentioning this is that it's important to understand that there are still people that are trying to put things together, like a lot of these Indian guys did, and made India the way it's become, the darling of a lot of people when it comes to IT and even so part of what we're doing is even mentoring now. And I only say this to say that whether we like it or not, the world is not waiting for us, and there are people that need our help, and some of us in our own little way are trying to profile our own solutions the way we can, so that at the end of I know it's not just us, there are other people that we see doing similar things, because just like the likes of them, Wole Soyinka called them their generation a wasted generation, we are on the way, we're already, whether we're younger or older, we're already on the way to following them into that set of wasted generation. So before we waste away, let's not let's at least try to salvage as much as we can these so-called Gen Zs, if you will, as much as we can in Nigeria, because Nigeria has a large population of 30 years and below who unfortunately have not been raised the way they should have been. They've lost traction because there was no mentoring, because everybody was just doing, the older people were doing what they wanted to do. And we're seeing examples, we're seeing a lot of successes already.
1 minute, it's supposed to be 1 minute.
Yeah, so I just thought in the light of all of what we're discussing, that at the same time some of us are trying to provide our own solutions, otherwise we just be talking and talking and nothing will happen. So I just thought to say that.
Thank you, I appreciate it. You've always been a gentleman, and on behalf of the show and everybody, I apologize for what has happened today, but some of the actions to the other people are different from you, because you have always conducted yourself with a bit of dignity. Some people say you are simping for the lady, that's why you lost it today, but it's all right. We're all allowed to simp now and again. The women deserve simping. All right, Odi, welcome, and 1 minute, please.
I beg, no, 1 minute, I beg.
You are going to speak last, don't worry. I'll come to you last.
No, what's his name? I speak to Drew had a question. Let him go before me, or I'll give him my time.
Okay, you want him to speak?
Yes, please.
You're giving him your time.
Yeah, let
you
him
ask question. You say if you can find trouble, dude.
I'm just trying to be fair now. I'm just trying to be fair.
You want too much.
If he's going to have 2 minutes now.
Well, not 2 minutes. I'm just going to ask this question, and that's it. I just wanted to ask you, in the Nigerian Civil War, do you think that the Southeast, in everything that happened prior, do you think the Southeast, the Igbos, have any reason to apologize for, and do you think they made any mistakes themselves? And that was it.
Apologize to who?
The Nigerian state.
Well, yeah, we do apologize for the 3 million of us that died. Yeah, that's the apology. Okay.
Okay, let's go to Jagun. Jagun, your 1 minute.
Okay, guys, not much to say at this time. I know that this was a kind of emergency show based on what we're about to go through as Nigerians yet again, as though we haven't been through enough upheaval. We are going to enter possibly into the upheaval of upheavals. I pray for Nigeria. I pray for the fact that God has to be looking at us, that we have suffered enough, even though that suffering largely has been self-managed or self-mismanaged. And I want to see wellness amongst our people. I want to see reconciliation amongst our people. I want to see that people aren't feeling like victims within a nation that should be very strong. We weaken ourselves by a lot of the levels that we take, by the fact that we've gone through so much pain and now it's time for blame. This blame game has gone on for far too long, and this victim mentality has gone on for far too long. And I pray that our decisions are based on maturity and understanding rather than the reflective nature of what the country has been through. Thank you.
Comrade, welcome. 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you, Tunaja. I don't want to waste my time over
1 minute.
I just want to. I don't want to waste my time over Tinubu and Trump. They are best of the same feather. So Nigerians will be the loser, plus or minus, whether they come or they don't come. If they come, it's a problem. If they don't come, we are in for trouble. Where we have been negotiated out of Nigeria will be worse off for it. I just want to use my remaining time to address Ovie for the last time. Ovie, I'm not Showere's boy. Some people see Showere as my mentor. The last close contact I had with Showere was the last NAS convention in Jos about 3 decades ago. So I'm not that close to Showere. If you see me, probably will not be able to recognize me. If you are accusing Showere of taking money from Ford Foundation, what was the Ford Foundation meant for? To assist people with grants. I watched Showere, one video of Showere telling the white people in America that the worst street in the whole world is in Wall Street. He accused them of taking money, how they exploited Africa to make Africa poorer for their selfish benefit. So if they are paying him and he's still speaking against them, I think he's far better than you, and he's taking money from APC and Okpebulu. You are not ashamed. You should be ashamed. Take better money. The first money they get to Showere was 50,000. By now, he must be taking millions of dollars from them. And he still has the voice to speak. You are there looking for how to connect with APC in the local level. I did that about 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when I was still in Nigeria. We brought APC against PDP. We never knew we were creating a bigger monster. Now you are looking for a way to enter APC. It's a big shame on you, man. Go and look for better money to chop, not APC crumb from APC and Okpebolo's table. I rest my case. Don't challenge me, we are not mates.
Thank you, Comrade Omoruyi. 2 Nigerians, 1 brain cell, aka I speak the truth. Please, your 1 minute.
Right. So, in essence, listen, I think Nigeria is doing it wrong. And the reason I asked Audie that question, for example, was people need to imbibe that no victor, no vanquished mantra that Gowon, the head of state at the time the war was over, proposed to the country or declared. And there has to be some kind of coming together, some kind of realignment. The country has to be built from the ground up, and everybody have to come together, understand that everybody has been at fault in the happenings of that country. Everybody, every section. There's no innocent part. there's just a bunch of guilty parties. And if they don't do that, what is happening on the ground is what's going to keep happening. If Trump does not eventually embarrass your president on Tuesday, if he's really coming out here, because I'm saying something. People are on here before I left saying the Nigeria should go to the United Nations, basically start a diplomatic rift that they're not going to win. If Nigeria was in a position where it was supposed to be, meaning the people were prideful, and the only way they could be prideful is if, again, I'm going to repeat it, if they had something to live for, not people living under bridges, going to school and with leaking roofs, no industries, no job opportunities. People are starving while a minister is driving a Rolls Royce on the streets of Abuja, dilapidated roads, moribund infrastructure, decrepit electricity infrastructure. Everything is upside down. But if the people at least had a good social welfare and their standard of living was at least not as deplorable as it is, America is not going to have the right to even threaten. It's a big deal to threaten to invade a country. I don't think people are understanding that. That's a very, very big deal, that I'm going to come in there, I'm going to take your resources, and I'm going to do whatever I want. You cannot run into Nigeria without its authority, without taking out the government. That will mean your presidents, the top echelon, will have to, even if it's a sham court proceeding, they will have to be locked up, incarcerated somewhere, or completely eliminated. These are the threats on the ground. So also, I mean, we do understand in diplomacy, you cannot overrate or underestimate your opponent. But what America basically did to Nigeria is say, you ain't ish. You're not going to do anything. You're not doing anything. And this is the position the Nigerian people themselves put themselves in. It's not just the politicians, because if you didn't go every 4 years to accept 5,000 naira to sell your destiny, if you didn't go saying, oh, I'm going to only support this guy because he's my tribesman or he's from my religion, this would not be happening. So maybe this might be a wake-up call, because sometimes they say in adversity comes greatness. So maybe this is the wake-up call Nigerians need. And the leaders have to sit down, figure out how to bring the people together, build the country up from scratch, make it great, and make it ascertain the place amongst the League of Nations where it was supposed to be. Because I'll tell you this, if they attack Nigeria, let's not forget, Nigeria by far is the most important Black nation on the planet. Nigeria is the strongest Black nation on the planet, is the most influential Black nation on the planet. It has the most Black people on the planet. If they come into Nigeria and treat it however they want, treat the leaders however they want, I promise you this is going to be a problem for Black people all over the planet moving forward. So don't think it's going to be to your advantage if you're against Nigeria and you support invaders to come in. They don't like you. They didn't like your fathers. They're not going to like you. And I think at this point, I hope the Nigerian leaders have a retrospect, figure out how to bring the people up from the doldrums, and let's see if the greatness that they aspire will come to fore. But outside of that, I want to see how Trump treats Tinubu when they meet face to face. Is he going to give him the Zelensky treatment, shake his hand, or try to wiggle him around like a rag doll, or disrespect him verbally? I want to see, but that'll be interesting. And I think Nigerians just have to, from the top down to the bottom, change their mentality, because I'll tell you, Nigerians do have a very, very, very funny mentality the way they approach issues.
Thank you, Father, to allow this 10 minutes. Really enjoyed it. Thank you.
10 minutes. Support the diaspora voting. Please, your 1 minute.
Why you want to let that one talk? Hey, come on there.
he was very. I did like his point of view. Today. It was very solid. Clear head.
Yeah. Look, please, I'm begging everybody. You understand? There's this ego.
You they beg me too?
Yes, everybody. There's this ego that we have in us as Nigerians, that we feel we are just too much, and probably we don't see ourselves coming together on the same level with other people for the same struggle. We just want to prove to each other that we are better than each other. Probably that's why we don't, we can't reason together. So I'm pleading, I'm begging everybody, please, just try, have a change of heart and see Nigeria as your own property. That you want to defend your property. Let's just try. You understand? Maybe if we can see ourselves, coming together, it might not be like, riots or revolution like Kenya or Tanzania or Madagascar, but it might just be, a same purpose. Like, no, we have to let the government do. Like I said, forefathers, do the research. Yeah, the money, the remitter that they make from diaspora is enough to cover 5 state budgets in Nigeria. So how come we cannot have a say? Diasporas cannot have a say in Nigeria. If we can, our budget is about like 5 state budgets in Nigeria. Why can't we have a say? Now, so we be, but in our individual life, we want to show say we be our guy. We want to prove that we are tough, we are boss. We want to raise our shoulder when we see our mate, our fellow countryman. But why can't we just come together and show the same might and show that against our oppressors? Why can't we do it? What is causing us to look elsewhere? You understand? Why we just having this power to drag ourselves down, but we don't have this power to drag the person who is dragging us down? We don't have. Why?
And that is the greatest weapon in the hands of your oppressors. That is the greatest weapon they have against us.
No, it's not the weapon. It's just because you choose to give them the weapon and decide not to look elsewhere. You chose. Look, we should stop blaming. Let's take responsibility for once. You understand that if you fail, that it is your fault. Just take it. Nigerians don't like to be blamed. That is one problem that we have. Nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody wants to be held accountable. You understand? That is our one problem. Just look. If they blame you, you will not die. If you take your blame and you do better, you will feel better. Once you take a blame and do better and change your way, you will feel better. You understand? So Nigerians, please, I beg. What is happening? What I'm seeing in the world, there's some things like I can't even say. Because of this social media, what I'm seeing, both the medical field, security, and whatever manipulation, whatever, trying to take where these people are going to put Africa, Nigerians, black race, where these people, what they are doing, they're planning to put us in the next 50 years. My brother, it not go good for your children or your grandchildren. I'm begging, please, for just no reason. It will not cost us anything. I know we are too comfortable abroad. It won't cost us anything. I beg. In the next 20, 50 years, please, there will be a great divide. And
you're supposed to need that beg us now. Which one you beg? You need that beg us.
Trust me, I beg.
I speak it for diaspora voting to be begging like this.
No, see, does he really need to beg us? He's saying the truth. Does he really need to beg us for what we already know? He's saying the obvious truth.
Now. We should know better, but we don't. A lot of us don't.
In the next 20 to 50 years, if we see their life, it's not go funny.
Before we go end up for elderly home abroad, where nobody is going to take care of.
That's why I attack Odi. When Odi will talk any small thing, he will say Igbo. You are trying to take everybody back. Fuck Igbo, fuck Hausa, fuck individualism. It hasn't taken us anywhere.
The problem in Nigeria is not tribal war. It's a class war. It's a class war. The only tribe, the only two tribes in Nigeria is the rich and the poor. No other tribe. When they're sharing our resources, our common work, they don't preach religion. They don't preach tribalism.
And you see them hugging each other, eating from the same plate.
They marry. Their children are busy marrying each other. They are busy replacing.
They never get sense. Every small thing. You want to draw yourself.
It's okay. You are talking your 1 minute. What kind of wahala is this one now?
Yeah, in Edo, Siri will soon replace Oshomole. In Port Harcourt, wicked student will soon replace Oshomole. In abroad, in Lagos,
speak.
Sherry, we saw the place at Tinubu. We are busy fighting ourselves along tribal and religious lines. Unnecessary fight.
2050.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Thank you for
Murray,
joining us.
good night,
He's a good sportsman. I like sportsmen that don't hold
Okay,
grudge.
why? Thank you very much. I don't mind. You know, say I like your way. I like your style. Gentle, but dangerous. If they step on your toe, now, voila.
Exactly. Let's you. So
For
yes,
Nigeria, you got
let's being involved in it. I hear you support the diaspora voting. I really do hear you. I hope a lot of people heard you. Evolves, you appear to have touched a lot of nerves amongst a lot of Nigerians. Who knows? Maybe you'll be able to communicate some knowledge to them. So, what do you make of this Trump threat to the country?
Now, my thought.
Yes. Some people are happy to see Tinubu's head on the spike, even if their own will go on that spike next. They'll be like, yes, as long as he goes, I go next. Because they hate the government of Nigeria so badly that they are fine with America coming to bomb our country. So what do you make of it?
Anyway, today was a very busy day. I no get chance to give my own this thing, but I lucky say that they go home now. See, say when I never.
Now revolution be that.
Now me, my brother.
I need your contact badly, please. We have something to share. I have something to share with you, man. There is something going on. Please, we need you on board.
They go link you up. If you link up there. Okay, if you say what in I want talk, I don't mention and hear one time. My brother Loco, they say they beg now. You see, say everybody don't begin the fear because we don't see the dream, the prayer where they pray what happen. People begin beg, people begin the patriotic, people begin talk, oh, in our country, all of us have to unite. Just because the prayers of the poor Nigerians don't nearly want answer. Trump want to intervene in Nigerian poor people's problem. When I begin, the people just scatter. Forefather, I was listening the whole time. You just beat around, disturb everybody. We have been, and let me just say it, I don't have nothing against anybody. Everybody gets their own views. And I respect the program, have your say. So I know anything where anybody talk, no problem. But now listen to my own, if now give me a few time. And I know why make anybody disturb me or tell me, say, what's in they talk. I'm just talking my own view, if you allow me. You see, Nigeria, Bob Marley sing song. He say you can fool the people all sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time. Nigerians has been fooled all the time. People go talk, say Nigerians, they collect 5,000 to vote. So already telling us, say now allocation, they allocate. They go tell us, say you people sell their vote. Last election, nobody sold their vote. Toby win. Did they give it to him? No. Now, they are telling us now, say, Tinubu don't tell us now, say, the election now go happen next year. You know one follow the normal rule, or nobody talk of that one. Oh. And nobody can challenge him. Waiting Tinubu talk, he must do him. So that 2027 where will they talk? He don't bring her down to 2026. Where go happen? When nobody don't prepare. Peter B never even get where he did. For me, my dream in my life, why they pray in my lifetime, be say, make somebody take over Nigeria at least for good 20 years. And repair Nigeria and then give it back to Nigerians. If we the way say Nigeria, like my brother Loco was begging, oh, I beg, make we come, make we do this. Diaspora voting, how many years we done they talk about? Did they answer us? Will it ever happen? It will never happen. Because we are dealing with people where we say they don't want, nobody not going to talk, say there's something they call cabal. Who be the cabal? You understand what I'm saying? For me, I'm not saying it, I'm not a religious person, make I say they are killing Christians or they are Jews, make I come from that angle. We know what thing they happen for Nigeria. We all know. Christians are being killed every day because some people who call themselves Islamists they want to bring Sharia to the country. Nobody can deny that. Whether we like anyhow way we like, and we know it happen every day. People are living in ID camps. They can't even go back to their home. But for me as a person, I love Trump. And Nigeria, as one of the most populous African nations, as all of us know, not only 1 or 2% of those Nigerians they enjoy for that country. After they go tell us make we pay election, we go do, nothing go happen. Go to court, latest version, nothing go happen. Now we see somebody where get interest in Nigeria to come help us remove these bad people. Una see they cry, say, una no want her. Now we want the patriotic to the people killing the country. I tire for una sometimes, especially for father and that Islamist where they come here sometimes. He go just come here and pretend like we say we don't know him. What even they call that brother? Where if you come here, you no go allow person talk, you go just they talk anyhow. You go
Masca? Is it Masca?
Is it AWOL Masca?
Masca. You no go allow person talk, you go just they intrude with impunity. Just the way they hold us down. Today all the hammer before they call una just do the wayo small time he escape. My brothers, what thing I want talk to tell una good night be say, whether we like it or not, if really inside our heart we love Nigeria, my brother, we need invasion of any kind. Make it come from China, make it come from Trump, make it come from the military. We need to change that country so that the country go come back. Look at the place where they produce oil for Nigeria, where the wealth of Nigeria is coming from. My brother, I don't know how many of you we don't visit that place once. People go, they say they get oil well for where oil come out from their own country. They go tell us say they get oil wells. People in the north go, they tell us say they have oil wells in the Niger Delta. People who get the oil go there, they are dying in poverty. Good night.
Thank you. So based on the listen, your statement just now, is gone anyway. I may be disappointed by that because he appears to be quite a charismatic person when he talks about the hypocrisy of many Nigerians. Where did he get the idea that I was lacking support for Nigeria's national security?
No man, you don't mean like you don't people go to Kenya for you.
Where did he get the idea that I don't support Nigeria? I've always been advocating Nigeria's national security.
For fathers, give me 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds.
Let me finish what I'm saying, please. Okay, finish what you're saying.
All right, thank you. There's a point I think I just on purpose refrained from speaking about it because I know some people get mad when I start talking about it. But listen, if you go on the internet, if you use social media, which I know Local P uses, you would notice that all the algorithm shows in the last month was just anti-Islamic rhetoric, right? Exactly. And then in the last week, it has been Nigeria. So it's Nigerian anti-Islamic rhetoric, and they're switching the algorithm to blast all of this out. Why do I say this? We also have to realize that this is all a distraction, right? I didn't say because we don't talk about America, we don't talk about, this is also all a distraction. From the Epstein files, from what's happening in Gaza, and like I keep repeating, you cannot love Black African Muslims more than you love Christians, more than you love the original Gazan Christians. Those are the original Christians. That's where Jesus is from. Yeah. So they're distracting. But whether they like it or not, the government is going to reopen. We have a shutdown right now. It's still going to reopen. And then we still have to discuss about the Epstein file because the one vote that the Democrats needed we already have that lady, I think she's from Arizona. So once the government reopens, there's going to be a vote on whether they should release the unredacted portion of the Epstein files. This is another thing they're trying to avoid. So they're attacking Venezuela. They're talking about they want to go to Nigeria. Or on the internet, there's anti-Muslim stuff, anti-Nigerian stuff, attacking Muslims as if they're the ones coming in. Now, notice you don't hear about Gaza anymore. You don't hear about what Israel is doing. I know I went over 30 minutes, 30 seconds, I appreciate it. But they're bombing everything in Gaza. 1 second. They're bombing Gaza, bombing Palestine. They're killing people in the West Bank. They're basically erasing Christian neighborhoods in the West Bank right now as we speak. They've been doing that for about 3 weeks. So, but they're not saying that now Nigeria is in the news. For whatever reason, they're attacking Muslims. So let's also make sure to note that there's a distraction going on. We don't talk about the Epstein files no more. We're not talking about the shutdowns no more. So all of this is also a distraction, and people have to be on point. And I appreciate you letting me
I think let me just round up with this based on the conversations about this topic. When one says we should defend our country, these are the kind of days you wish you did some work, because if you had done, maybe they wouldn't have the excuse. They wouldn't be killing people in Nigeria. The excuse wouldn't be there for one, and at least you'll be able to put up a resistance that will make them think twice. That is the second one. And when we say, no matter how bad your government is, you should not welcome foreigners coming to bomb your country, it's based on the fact that the foreigners, the ones that are saying they want to do it right now, not because they have a good history of doing it, they have a terrible history of doing it, and they also have a terrible history with us. They have a lot of our ancestors' lives on their hands. If the black race ever had any blood feud with any group, it will be them. But even if we have forgotten and forgiven and let go of all those things, it still doesn't mean you welcome them into your country to come and repeat the same thing, because many of these people, they see us as less than human. They will come here, they will do whatever they need to do, and they will compromise your officials and your leaders even further. And then this window that is opening for us to come out of the mess that you are in. All this Dangote talking about, oh, Nigeria should become industrialized and building, there was a momentum going on that I felt this Tinubu government did a lot to niqab. And maybe this event is another way of niqapping Nigeria again. Because since he came into office, he just did erect so many things. I was saying it the other day that there has to be a way he's going to wreck it again. And these are I was thinking there has to be a way, because all the omens were pointing in the right direction, but they have found ways to make sure Nigeria doesn't develop. They will always find a way to prevent it. Dangote was talking about, generating 1.4 million barrels of crude oil, this in petroleum products, but value-added manufacturing. And yet, Nigeria, they will find a way to make sure that progress is slowed down or completely forestalled if possible. This is our problem. We are in a chain here. And some of our people love the cage so much, they don't even recognize it as cage anymore. They think it's a home now. It's a very, very sad thing, because it's a very clear information. The information is there. It's not hidden. It's all in your libraries. You can see it for yourself and get emotions. But I guess I can understand your emotion to an extent. There's only as much as you can blame human beings for feeling the pains, of losing loved ones or feeling a country that doesn't care about them. And there's a lot of hatred. If you look at all these Abikadabri, this is the quotes, this is retweets, and see how the government sometimes behave. And our own people, the way they treat some fellow Nigerians, I guess you can't always blame some of them for glowing to hear that Nigeria is about to be attacked. As very, very I'm viscerally against it when I see it. But you have no choice. You can't tell people how to feel. That is the truth of the situation, and that's what I see with Nigerians. But the most important thing is we should not let those ones be the ones that win the argument. The ones that win the argument should be the ones that want to say, Trump, don't come here. If you want to come here, come and give us the weapons, give us the support. If you love Christians so much, also take some of them as refugees too. You know how you are helping the South African ones? Maybe you should take some of our Christians, some of them that live in IDP camps. They've been there for a long time. Take them temporarily, even if it was 5 years, while we clear the mess out. Let's see whether he will take that one. You find that suddenly he doesn't like black people anymore. So we as Nigerians, we have to wake up to the truth of our situation. That nobody truly cares about us, and it's not their job, really. You can care about your tribe and care about your nation and care about your race and even care about humanity too. None of these things are mutually exclusive. Our people somehow have mastered the art of thinking that it is mutually exclusive. And there is no world I'm going to sit here and say our people should welcome foreign countries to come and bomb them, because it's human beings that are going to die. Our own people, our own family members, our own husbands are going to die. When that happens, then they will compromise us even more. What we should be doing is finding a way to get leaders that we want, secure our nation, do our value-added manufacturing, sell goods that other people want, buy goods that instead of buy from our own instead of buying from overseas. It's a very simple formula. The formula is there. Why get distracted because Trump suddenly announced that he wants to bomb, but suddenly everybody loses their mind? Let's focus here. Maybe Tinubu might go there and do a deal and buy time. But what kind of deal he does, God help us. I hope he doesn't go and sell the entire country out and comes back and does something crazy with the currency or something with the economy or cause instability. These people are crazy. I don't think that decision, what's his name, Babangida made to cancel the election is a Nigerian decision. People think it's a Nigerian decision. I don't think it's a Nigerian decision. Because the person they wanted to bring into office was advocating for reparation. Americans didn't like Jonathan because he didn't like LGBT things so much. Can you imagine how they will feel about somebody that is advocating for reparation?
Charger don't connect to.
So I don't think it's a Nigerian decision. After all, Abiola was their friend. Abiola was Babangida's friend. So we have to be careful. Some of the things that are happening in our country, it's not ours. Our leaders are too weak. They are too compromised. They are the collaborators that they left in office. They are the ones governing us. So they don't
can I
have
say something?
the need
Can I
to
say something about what you just mentioned?
Okay. Try to make
About
it
that Abiola issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we have to be very careful. If Abiola was an Igbo man, right, they would think his mandate was truncated, his business was destroyed, his wife was killed, and Abiola was eliminated because he's an Igbo man. But he wasn't an Igbo man. So the system that is bad for everybody. So if we divide ourselves along tribal, religious, I'm Igbo, I'm this, they do it to me because I'm this, they did it to Obi because it's Obi. They're not doing it because it's Obi. If they could do it to Abiola, they can do it to any one of us. The same thing happened to Enahoro. Enahoro was of the minority stock. Enahoro could not dare do the things Awolowo and Co could do and get away with it. The Tafawa Balewa of this work could do. Because he was from minority. So this oppression is a bad system that is not okay for everybody. So the oppression, if the system is bad and it can affect anybody, it's not bad because I'm Igbo. Look at the way they dealt with Abiola, squarely, even by his own closest friend.
Exactly.
IBB. He thought it was a joke. There was a time he told us, he said the number of photographs, my photograph, Abiola's photograph in IBB's house are more than the ones I have in his own house. Even when we wanted, the protest we did will have yielded more result than we did. You know what he was telling us? Cool down, cool down. He thought it was a joke. He thought they were going to make him president. Even when Abacha came, it was an opportunity for us to press further. He was the one telling us to calm down, calm down. He thought they were negotiating for him. So if they could, his best friends in Nigeria could do that one to him. It's a bad system that is not good. Minority, just, we're giving them weapons to it's like you giving somebody, your enemy, AK-47, and we loaded the AK-47 just to, you handed it over to your enemy. That's what we're doing to ourselves. When they gather to say Igbo, they're doing this because of Igbo. It's not because they are Igbo. Nigerian system is bad and it's bad for everybody. Nobody is benefiting from it except for the few cabal. Less than 1% of us.
And even those so-called, thank you for that. Even those so-called cabals, I don't know what kind of cabal don't want to make more money because they are losing money. The money that they have to share in 2020
it's not money.
It's less than the one they have to share in 2040, 24. What kind of mumu cabal is that?
Let me tell you the average Nigerian. That's why I said Nigerian is different from Africa. Our black is just different from every other black people in this world. Look, it's not money, yeah. It is having the ability to lord over other people. It's not money, because if it's money, many of them have the money to eat till they die. Their grandchildren eat till they die. It's not money. You see the power, this idea of who are you? Do you know who I am? Who are you? Shut up, they get out. I will lock you. I will deal with you. I will lock you in prison and nobody will see you.
Yeah, well, they do that in China too now. Why don't they bother?
Listen, they don't do that in China. Nobody will wake up to say, I'm a big man, I want to oppress this man. No civilian in China will wake up and say, police, arrest this man and go and put him in the guard room. Nothing will happen. Nobody will do it. It's only in Nigeria that will happen. That one idiot called councillor or what chairman or local government chairman, you understand, or even whatever, will just wake up, beat that guy, beat him up. You command, you that is a civilian, you command a mopo to beat another civilian because you feel you get power person. You understand? So it's that power, and they get that from the bottom, like councillor, even what chairman, councillor up to presidency. That is also Nigerians have even Nigerians who are not even in politics or who are not even in the military. They still have that, like, do you know who I am? I will deal with you. Every Nigerian wants to oppress each other.
I think there is some truth there, and I find it, to be fair, that's one of the first argument that somebody has made that I find hard to argue against as a kind of counterproductive way of reasoning. It could be true. It's a way of perpetuating the same destructive behavior. And if you want to end something like that, then you can also argue that the women have a lot of power in this. The way you raise your children, you can raise your children to not see life like that, not to look to oppress people, not to look to be too egotistical beyond wisdom.
You can't give what you don't have. Sorry.
Yeah, you can start somewhere.
If you don't have it, you can't give it. There's no way you start. How can you start giving something that you don't even have? You can't have.
No. Let's not argue. No. This is a roundup, please. Otherwise, it's not going to go. I just want to round up. See, because we don't. You know, now UK is a funny place. You have to be.
No.
So the idea is that we always have people that have this knowledge within communities. It's just that they are not the ones controlling the narrative, and sometimes they are not even aware of their value. And I think we have to start understanding that these people are important, and they too should know it, and they should start inculcating it within the next generation. Because if the next generation start understanding that, don't be too egotistical beyond reason. Understand that if your nation does better, your tribe will also do better. Even if the next door neighbor may do better than you, but by and large, the tribes do better instinctively. They need to start understand that instinctively, that your nation is your shield. That's your after your tribe shield, your nation is the next one, and your race is the continent, and maybe your race is the other one. So that's how every people exist in this world. It's not because you hate other people. It's just because, just like every parent, you protect your own children. It's not a bad thing. It's the right way to reason. And we have turned tribalism to a toxic thing. Tribalism is supposed to be just like the way a parent cares for their child. You're supposed to care for your people that you have similar cultural affinity towards. It shouldn't necessarily mean you hate other people or you want to dominate other people, because that is counterproductive to your interests in this context. So I guess that's too much big language, but it doesn't help us. If the nation does better, everybody does better. I don't see Scottish people complaining. I don't see Irish people complaining that they are suffering, because the United Kingdom is doing fine. That's how it's supposed to be. And many states in America, they are not equal. California is richer than other states, but by and large, America is doing fine. That's how it's supposed to be. So thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. This was
Father, just 1 second. Another angle to this whole issue. There was a donation made by Tinubu to Kamala Harris campaign. So Trump has not forgiven this guy. So all this is you are looking, it's not just about the threat alone. It also has a big implication for 2027. So I'm looking at if care is not taken. I know the guy is a good negotiator. Most of them are transactional in nature. They want to threaten him. They don't want him to come back. What happened to Jonathan under Obama may be in the offing for Tinubu. So he can negotiate. He's ready to give anything to retain his power. Also, plus and minus, Nigeria is going to beat the loser
that guy
for it.
comes back smiling, then he know they have given him the Aso Rock again for 2027. So thank you for
And
joining.
he has sold Nigeria. He has sold Nigeria out.
Oh no, he had sold us a long time ago. He's been doing that.
And he's ready to give anything to protect his interests.
He's one man that I believe he's a Machiavellian to the extreme that he will do anything. He doesn't allow his feelings to override his interests. He's not that kind of person. He doesn't allow tribal or national affinities to. I don't think he is that kind of person. I've not seen it in him anyway. Maybe he does, but I don't think he will say, "Oh, my nation, I have to try." No. He will just say, "You know, what do you want? Take. As long as you give me this, the people can suffer. You know, they will be fine. They will suffer a bit, but they'll be fine." That's how you will see it.
Somebody that went to Dubai and put his first son as the first protocol before ministers in summit. He went for UAE. What do you think he cannot do?
Thank you all for joining
us. Yeah, they are heartless. So let us not kill ourselves over them. They are the same. Thank you, man. Have a good night, everybody. Local people, bro.
I appreciate you.
Have a good night.
Thank you. And I have to apologize to some of the people that felt aggrieved by my actions.
No, just say me. Just apologize. Just say me. You insulted me. You were busy kicking me out like a toy.
Yeah? Okay,
I know you guys don't like my voice. My voice, no matter the substance in it, you guys don't want to listen because the voice is bad.
My voice is not very good too. My voice is always like tough.
No, you two don't like my voice at all because if I know on your side, you see me as a threat. No, I'm not your threat. I say the truth, no matter how bitter it is.
I don't have problem with people having views, to be fair.
The way you started, you made it look as if anybody that does not toe your line is an enemy. That was a very bad one.
No, the one
so what if you give you Aso Rock? Is that how you're going to manage everybody? You're going to kill everybody.
Says I want Aso Rock. If you give me Aso Rock, you're going to kill me within 4 years. I assure you. Because
you're going to finish all of us. You're going to silence all of us.
You guys are going to kill me within 4 years.
No, you will be worse than Adolf Hitler. You will be worse than Hitler.
But by the time I'm done, you will have a country that is defended. You're going to have good health care.
Nuclear weapon. Here we go again. Have a good night, too.
You hate me. But nonetheless, you get everything you want. I would
trade that one. Nuclear weapon.
Won't you trade hatred of the people?
Where people cannot feed. It's like telling a baby to run a 100-meter race when he cannot even crawl. I beg you, carry your guy, your DC, go there.
You say Hitler is evil. After Hitler did what he did, what happened? America helped them develop their country. When the first time when the Germans were behaving, they punished them with the Warsaw Pact, and Germany was resentful. They were very poor, and they fought their way out. Hitler did what he did, and after what they did, they developed this thing. Look at Japan. Japan fought America to a standstill. They had to use nuclear weapons, and look at what they did. They developed them. So why is it that they don't develop us? Why? We have not done anything to them. Our people, we should be asking questions. So I will leave that question with Nigerians. We didn't do anything to them. Why have they not helped us in any way? So till next time, guys, let me play this some of our Nigerian cultural thing to remind us that after all, we are all in this country called Nigeria, for better or for worse.
Did you hear what I said that time when I said the owner of Manchester City is the one supporting the terrorist group in Sudan?
Yes, in Sudan. Yeah, the problem that is occurring, man, there's a lot of discussion to be had. In time, we'll have all these conversations. Thank you.
Le